do you think the kid was annoying? You know, that kid was so damn annoying. And it's the kid that's sick. And it's the, oh, that's not.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks, she's just Trish.
Top of the morning to ya. It's just Trish here, and you can just call me Trish O'Connor.
Sorry.
Is that Irish? They call me I Trish, actually. Look at the I Trish today. I'm redhead and bushy-tailed. I've had lots of corned beef and hash today. Went to the tavern, I did. And then got some Lucky Charms, because they're always after me, Lucky Charms.
You got a little southern with it.
I did,
A
I
little
know.
Mantua spit on that thing in there.
I did get a little southern. My Irish accent could use a little bit of work. I'll call Niall
Oh, word.
and hit him up. See, I knew I could remember another Irish lad. I've been practicing for my shows in May at the Palm Springs, Fantasy Springs Casino, and the Royal Albert Hall show. I've been doing, I close with the One Direction song.
That's amazing.
Yes, and it goes with a little montage.
Wow. If
Yeah.
it wasn't sold out, that would have pushed it over the edge. That little announcement.
I was really rehearsing. I've really been. I think I'm going to bring Jeremy as my backup singer because I think it needs really some beefed up vocals
Yeah.
if I'm going to do live, and I think we're going to do a really great.
Yeah, you can't compete with a sing-tet. Sing-tet?
Or sing-tet,
All by
yeah.
yourself,
Right,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And I need, especially if I'm doing One Direction, they had
Yes.
those vocals. So we need to do those harmonies, if
Yeah.
you will. So
Just ask Harry Styles.
Word.
maybe he seems to be
Around.
and attainable. I mean, right? In reach, SNL.
Yeah, he's really doing
World
the
Court.
work. He's doing the press tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe I'll
Although
DM him.
He has his residency though, so you might have to. You
That's
might
a
need
ways away.
a Louis Tomlinson extra within
Yeah.
reach. I think.
Honestly, Louis might be
think-
more of a serve.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you and Louis might actually
Yeah.
be more iconic.
I think so. He's Irish too?
No,
No.
British.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
We're from Britain. I
I think
guess.
I bet Wales. He gives
That
me
sounds
Welsh.
right.
He gives me Welsh vibes. If I'm right, I'd be like, oh my god, luckiest day ever.
Yorkshire.
Close enough. I don't know, but I think that's close enough. I'm celebrating today. I already got my leprechaun lemonade from Raising Cane's, not sponsored. I'm going to take back what I said about Raising Cane's. We went at midnight after the Elvis premiere, and it was awful.
Oh,
Right. We said that. We're like the chicken
Oh,
strip.
yes.
But then I went today at 9 a.m. when they open, and the best chicken fingers I've ever had in my life.
Word.
So I think they must get scarce of chicken around midnight.
that's what I would think too. And I
Mm-hmm.
swear I've seen a TikTok where they, in fast food hacks, where if you go towards the end, you can ask them for whatever chicken they were going to throw out. If you want extra free chicken. So that kind of makes sense.
that
It
does.
kind of has just the scraps.
Well, I always say I go to Benihana at 11 a.m. right when they open. If you go anytime after, it's just not as good. Boiling crab, if you go there right at 11:30, which everyone knows that hack now. One time I went to the right at 11:30, there was already a line. We were there at 11:05 and there was a line already because those fries are the freshest in those oils. Moses' theory is the oil is the freshest at that time of day and they just keep reusing the oil throughout the day, so they're just not as good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was delicious today. So not spons, but I had to get the leprechaun lemonade and it was delicious. I had a cup here, a cup there, and then I got the donuts. I got all that. Oh my gosh, wait. And then we've got a Dior mug cam today. It's been on display for a while. The girls have been trying to get it. I keep putting it higher and higher and they keep trying to get that cup. And I got it for the mug cam. And I got you a Dior shirt too, but he said he couldn't see it on the show. So I was sad. It had the little clover and it said Dior. And I was like, ooh, look, I got you something too. But maybe today, I don't know. We're going to try and find something Irish to do. He said there was an Irish pub around. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe watch Dairy Girls. I don't know. Just go a little cray-cray. Actually, I think Cho Chang is Irish from the actress who was on
I think she's
Bridgerton.
Scottish. Yes.
I get them mixed up, Scottish and Irish all the time. They sound the same a little bit. The kilts, because there's tilted kilt. That's Scottish. Also, probably not appropriate for children. I don't know. Is that the place for the sexy girls?
I don't think there's.
Tilted kilt.
Oh, yeah, Katie Lung. She's from Dundee, Scotland.
Scotland.
Yes,
All right,
I
that's
love her Scottish accent
I do,
too. I love hearing her talk.
It's crazy because in Harry Potter, she had a British accent too, right? Both in Bridgerton and Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm like, and then you hear her talking. It's always it's like Jacob Elordi or Margot Robbie when they talk in interviews. You're just like,
And her
No.
her Scottish accent is so thick.
Thick. I love it. It's
so it's fierce.
beautiful.
I love it.
I love her too. Also, okay, last week, it's the last week this week to vote. Next week, you guys, is the... You think award season is over? It's only just begun, okay? The biggest award ever is coming, and that's favorite Broadway debut at the iHeartRadio Awards. This is the last week to vote, so please vote. I have been campaigning, and I keep the eye on my competition. I feel only me and Cheryl Porter have been campaigning, so I feel like one of us should win because it's fan voted. Not to say the other ones. Obviously, the other ones are still on Broadway. I think Tom Felton's still on Broadway. I think Meg Donnelly's still. I think everyone's still on Broadway, living their Broadway dreams. Cheryl Porter's on American Idol. I mean, everyone's doing something. I'm not, so that's why I'm campaigning for this award. I want it so bad. I would love to come after Rachel Zegler. I would love to come before Bob the Drag Queen or Whitney Levitt or Dylan. You know what I mean? I would love to be in this so much. It's my only shot at an award, you guys. I want it more than anything. I envision my speech. I see it happening. It's going to be at the same place that they held the Oscars. Like, it's the same venue. Yeah, like crazy.
Mama, this is the place for legends.
This is the place hosted by Ludacris. I mean, sign me up. I'm so gagged. I am so gagged, and I'm so ready, and I just really, really need you all. So I'm just driving this home. Like my life depends on it. Like I'm winning a prize. Like I am winning a prize. Anyways, I really, really, really want it. Please vote. Favorite Broadway debut, and remember, it's favorite Broadway debut. Okay, not best, not who's the most talented, not who had the longest run. It's who was your favorite gag moment. It was a gag.
It was a gag.
It was good times, and vote. Oscars on FLOPCAST this week.
Yes, go check it out.
I love it. I haven't seen the clip. The clips are getting likes. The one
Really?
I reposted today had like 50,000 likes.
What?
Yeah, and it was... I love it. It was, shoot. God, I've seen so many clips. What was the one? I liked the one this morning, and it made me like all sentimental because I was like, oh.
The one we talked about meeting you at the party.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I do love that story, the lore. Meeting you in that little Mrs. Claus light cosplay, casual cosplay, if you will.
Yes.
And then going home and just seeing you laying on your kitchen floor in that same dress, same glam.
Yes.
I still love him. Like, that's fierce to me.
That's the t-shirt line we're coming out with soon.
Yes.
And hopefully there's updates on that. Yeah. I love because we like see each other all the time. We never talk about us. We're never like, oh, you know, like,
That's
you
true.
know.
It's not like,
it was,
the concept of us just sitting here and talking about ourselves.
I mean, I love it. I have an announcement next week where I'm mentioning a project where I talk a lot about Oscar. In fact, there's a lot of Oscar lore to be talked about, and I'm very excited, and it's very, and yes, during that process, I remember just being like, oh, like we really been in each other's lives for like a minute.
Yes, we've had a kinship from the beginning.
Yes, what did they call it? I don't know if this is the right term for us, but they said something about invisible string theory. Is that
I
us?
was gonna say invisible string theory.
Oh, okay, I think that's
Yes,
like when you're like being pulled together.
Yes, I think it works platonically as well as
For
romantically.
sure.
Yeah.
No, I feel that 100%. That's why I was like, because we have known each other. I think it has been like 10 years now, and it's like it is crazy how it all came. And there's like so many life events together.
Yes.
And life changes together. I actually had a dream about you last night, and it was like, oh, you're like, oh, actually, I'm already married. And I was like, oh, Moses kind of knew that. And then I was like, and it felt so real. And then I woke up this morning like, is Oscar married?
Oh my, no, you would.
It's like the Zendaya situation.
Right.
No, because
I'm
like
spilling
you are gonna be the gag of the wedding.
Oh, that's
even
right.
if it's the courthouse, like even if it's a courthouse wedding, you still have to have the performance for just like the people waiting in line.
I'll do it. I will do it.
Yeah.
Just like
Oh,
in
and
the
we'll
hall.
bring all the cardboards with us. The
Oh,
cutout.
work! Yes,
Yes.
let's bring
The
them all
cardboard
back.
is crazy. I mean,
The
they might have some
silhouette,
guests.
like
Oh.
Brad Pitt.
Oh,
Keanu
everyone.
Reeves.
All the exes. Sorry, Moses. They all coming back into the frame. Done and done. I'll write you a wedding song. Okay, so you're not. It felt so real. I guess because I kept seeing the clips of you all this weekend. I was kind of like tapped out of this weekend. Like I think I wrote back to you on TikTok and Twitter this morning, but I was kind of tapped out. But for some reason, every time I opened it, it was like you. And I was like,
love that.
Yeah, it was
Oscar
great.
White Pea.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I was kind of like, okay. And I loved it. I felt like I watched the whole podcast. I need to sit down and watch podcasts. I just haven't done it, but I was into it. I was invested. People really loved it. People loved you guys.
I know the comments were very sweet.
Yeah.
And I forgot everything I said. Even when they sent it to me for approvals, I was like, you know, Paige, I said what I said kind of girl. I have no notes. I didn't even watch it back, but I'm like, I stand by everything I said in that moment because
I love that.
I was my true authentic self in that moment. And I could be different now, but at that time,
that moment,
a week ago.
I I applaud that. So
he
that's how
felt.
I am. I will never rewatch something back. Like one time I had Moses rewatch a podcast, and honestly, I probably should have watched that podcast. But at one time it slipped through the cracks. But usually I'm the same way. I'm just like, I said what I said. I appreciate when guests are like that too. When like I said what I said, and I was like, I saw Jake Shane talking to like Rolling Stone, and he's like, yeah, I always give my guests edits. We do too, obviously. I know the sentiment behind it is you want them to feel comfortable and everything like that. But I do love a guest who's just like, I said what I said. If it's messy, we'll find out later. And that's kind of how I feel too.
How I feel.
Yeah, but you were great. You were it felt very PR trained almost. It was very
Really?
Yeah.
Eating is PR trained.
I didn't see that clip. I did not see that clip. I was just seeing the little key. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But again, stood by what I said. Because I have eaten by like men who I don't know their names.
Oh, is that what you guys
That's the truth. That's my truth.
Okay, yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. You can always take a pill or a shot if you get some breakouts. Not even just herpes. Other things have breakouts too. I should clarify. You know what I mean? Some people are like, well, if there's a breakout, it's herpes. Anyways, not that you do. I'm just saying in general, people have
but I did get very sick, and it was right before the pandemic. And then I remember like it became declared a pandemic like the week after I was sick. And I remember that's when I was like besties with Daniel PRADA, and I remember telling Daniel, I was like, "Am I patient zero? Like it's not the bad Wuhan. It's I think it was me eating in a bathhouse.
Ooh.
Yeah,
in a bathhouse.
Yeah, you better go and watch that episode of FLOPCAST.
Oh my! You went to a bathhouse?
Oh, 2019 me when I was teeny and like so in demand. I was the alleyways, bathhouses.
Oh my God.
Bars.
Okay, Oscar Unleashed all of a sudden. I did not know this.
2019, it was a small window.
Alleyways for free?
I think God intervened, maybe. It was like, girl, let's have a shutdown because you're doing too much. You need to be quarantined.
I feel that. I was kind of that too in 2019, then 2020 was a
True.
reset. Yeah, I was definitely on a heroin binge.
Okay, well, I wasn't doing all that, but...
What's worse? Heroin or eating randos' butts at bathhouses? For those of you who don't know, bathhouses... They're kind of a free-for-all. You kind of just go in and just munch a butt, even if you don't know their face.
Just anyway. I mean, this was a pre-scheduled, at least. It was like, we had chatted, and we're going to meet here at this time, yeah.
Oh, my understanding, my friends who used to visit, I had one friend that loved a bathhouse, and it'd be music video and end at like 2 a.m. He's like, I'm going to a bathhouse. I was like, what? And he's like, guys' butts are just in the air, and you can go do whatever.
That is also an element as well. I guess I wasn't that fierce, but I know that was happening upstairs. But this one in particular was like we can meet here kind of thing. Yeah. Well, and he worked for Marvel. He was a PA at Marvel. I said that was extra ready. I was like, spread those cheeks right now.
You and David Dobrik have that in common. You love a Marvel. You will do anything for a Marvel. Me too, though. I met someone off Tinder who's like, I just got off. I just stopped working on Iron Man. It was like he was like an assistant to Shane Black or something, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool. And like, I was like, even though I didn't care about Marvel, I still thought it was like such a cool thing.
Oh, I'm a Marvel stan, and also it was like he was holding his cards close to his chest, kinda. He was like, yeah, like I'm working on a Marvel movie, Black Widow. He's like, I can't really say what it is, Black Widow. Oh, but it's pretty cool. And then it was like, bend over.
Message or at the bathhouse? He's telling you.
It was in the sauna, yeah.
So beforehand, you didn't know.
I don't think so, no.
He just told you there. He's like, by the way.
Yeah. I think it was like, so like, what do you do? Like, randomly small talk right before, which is like, we could just get to it. But,
I didn't know. Okay, well.
Yeah, it was a fierce window in my life. Those 3 months of my slut era.
I'm supportive of it. I had no idea, but I'm supportive. I love it. Good morning, everybody. It's a Tuesday morning. They're on their way to work. They're like, wow, we just found out a lot. And I like it. I'm here. I'm supportive of it. Well, I guess go find out more on FLOPCAST. I guess we should probably promote that.
Every detail is over there.
Were they gagged for it? Were they into it?
Yeah, because also it was literally a block away from said bathhouse is where they filmed. So I was like, wow, this is really taking me
memory
back to
lane.
February 2019. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no, it's February 2020, excuse me.
Oh, right before.
Literally right before, because I remember like so vividly, like a week or 2 weeks after COVID being declared a pandemic and talking to Daniel and being like, because I got really sick after that.
Do you think it was the big?
I think it was just the heat from the sauna, then the wet heat from the whatever that one is called. I don't know.
The wet sauna.
Whatever that one is. I don't know. The mist.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know about all this.
It was wild.
I did not see those clips on TikTok, but
I guess
I love that.
you're off gay Twitter now, so maybe in gay Twitter.
I am. I know. I need to get back on it. I don't know how. I'm on like weird Republican Twitter. That's all I'm seeing is Jake Paul's and all these things. I'm just like, no.
I've been
I
seeing.
think that's just
Kurnikov.
called Twitter.
Right. You ain't
Yeah,
with that. Yeah. He's everywhere. Well,
Check
how
it
was your
out.
weekend? Did you have any? Flopcast came out Friday.
Yes.
But you filmed it a while ago.
We filmed it the weekend before, so that was over a week ago.
Love it.
And weekend. Oh yeah, I forgot to give my disclaimer. I worked the Oscars last night, and they finished at 12:30, and then got home like at 1, and then it took me so long for my brain to like slow down again, so I didn't really go to sleep until like 4.
So you're on fumes?
So I'm a little eccentric today, a little
Okay.
sassy, a little erotic,
Wow, really?
but like I'm rolling with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like this outfit. It does kind of look like you're like, oh, I have business, but I had a wild night the night before. Like it's a little
Because it's
tousled,
unbuttoned, right?
Yes. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
unbuttoned.
Can I tell you who inspired the hair? And like,
Yeah, the
this
hair's
is not
tousled.
trying to suck up to anybody who has recently sponsored us, but I was kind of inspired by Kim Kardashian's messy hair at the Vanity Fair Oscar party.
I was too.
I
It
was like,
giving.
let me put a little curl cream in here, a little
Ooh.
texture, and kind of just whip it
is
around.
giving. Yeah, I thought she looked good too. People were like, this is like crazy or messy or whatever. I loved it. I love when she tousled it too and like hair was sticking out because that's very me too. I'm just like, let me just up.
I loved it. It's
cool.
because I had to like edit her video, whatever, and I was like hearing the photographers. They didn't get the vision, so they were trying to tell her. They're like, Kim, you have hair in your face, and like Kim, you got a little hair like right here, and so they're trying to like help her out, and she's like, it's the look, you guys.
Oh, she said
and
that?
She's like, it's the look, and then she keeps tussling it and throwing it in her hair with her crazy blue contacts, and I was
loved it.
I live for this whole spectacle. Like that's so fierce.
Yeah, to me she was giving like Angelina Jolie or something. Like I just thought like it was just like raw and just I loved it. I really, I don't think any Kardashian could do any wrong, so I love her.
Except Courtney, but we move.
Yeah, but even her, but like I love, you know what I mean? I love Kendall. I love all of them honestly now. Yeah, well, nothing else exciting this weekend before we get to Oscars?
Nothing else exciting. Not really. No.
You didn't go see a movie?
No movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I was locked in because I worked also Saturday. I worked Saturday and also Sunday. So not a lot of room for antics and all of that. And also it's Tariami's party tonight. And then
You
I
better
forgot,
go.
I really don't know if I'm physically nor mentally. I am like
I think you
literally
can pull
so
through.
tired. And my next day off isn't until Sunday. So that's a lot going on. Also, I work at 5 a.m. tomorrow, mind you. Like influencers for your parties. Like think of the working people, the girls who have to clock into their jobs at 5 o'clock in the morning. Because Tara's like open bar, party all night, and you better have a good time. If you're not gonna drink and have fun, don't even bother showing up, mama.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, I don't. That's
On
a lot
a
of
Monday
pressure.
is crazy. On a Monday is a little crazy for that kind of party. I get like a little like premiere. Oh no, that's next week. Okay. There was another premiere, but okay. Anyways, yes, the Monday is a little, especially before St. Patrick's Day. Is it St. Patrick's Day party?
No, I think it's just a Tariami day party.
Actually, you say where it is or no?
I actually don't even know where it is.
It's giving Barney's Beanery. I don't know, but like that's what it's giving.
That is kind of the vibe. Yeah.
I wasn't invited. I just didn't see the invite. We love Tariami.
I didn't see the location either, but I do love her. I might have to like send her my idea was recording an apology message to her. I know she has like 1,000 people going, but she needs to know that like I really want to be there. Like if I was not so sleep deprived and ran through and ran down.
Oh my god, ran through is crazy. After your story you just said.
I know.
Ran through.
If I was not ran through, ran down, sleep deprived, like I would be there. I would be there 100%, but she needs to know that. She needs to get the message. So I might need you to send a video message.
Okay, we'll do. Done and done after
behalf.
this.
Yeah.
You also gave me Jacob Elordi a little today. I think the hair is giving Jacob Elordi, and the outfit. It's giving Jacob because he has jeans on with this. You're giving Nate Jacobs.
If I was reading a book, maybe he loves to just.
Does he love her? Well, you're always reading a book. Where's your book? You always have one.
I had one day as a prop.
No.
But yes.
Wuthering Heights.
Period. Yeah. And
That's it.
Yes.
I swear. You read The Housemate. You're reading. You're a reader.
Ish. I should be reading.
What's he reading?
The 12 by Joey Graceffa. What's he reading? I don't know. Probably not the 12. I don't think, but maybe
that'd be a
we'd
gag
surprised.
if he was.
Him at the gas station reading the 12 by Joey Graceffa. That'd be fierce.
That is fierce.
Yeah. I don't know if he's that kind of girl. He gives me like a literary classic kind of vibe. I can't even name one. But
Moby Dick.
He's probably
Something like
reading
that.
Nietzsche or something like that.
A who?
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche?
Like
philosophy. He's probably reading
That sounds
philosophy.
right. Yeah, that
Oh.
makes sense.
Nietzsche is crazy.
Never heard of him, but
Same. That's a random one.
very
You
niche.
say like Charles Dickinson or something. That's exciting. Thank you so much to DraftKings for sponsoring today's episode of Just Trish. DraftKings is changing the game with Flex Spins. New and exclusive to DraftKings Casino, Flex Spins lets you choose how to use your spins across more than 100 slots. New players play $5 and get 500 Flex Spins. Claim 50 spins a day for 10 days. Then you choose how to play them across your favorite games like Huff and More Puff, Cash Eruption, and more. Download the app now and sign up with code JustTrish. Claim your 500 Flex Spins and choose your slots. The crown is yours in partnership with DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available. For problem gambling, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Fiscally present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-trouble spins issued as 50 cents per day for 10 days. Valid for select games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends May 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much to DraftKings for sponsoring today's episode. We didn't do anything either. What did we do? We ate sushi. We should do that for a video. We should eat raw sushi. Have you ever been to what's it called? Omakase? It's called kaze, but what is it called? Omakase.
no. What is that?
It's like
It's
a
when
prefixed sushi menu, and it's just raw fish coming at you, and the
no.
chef looks at you. We went to a really exclusive one where only 12 people get a reservation at a time, which I was like, okay, kind of bouge. And when we didn't know that the day of, I was like, oh, I've been planning this date. I got a babysitter, planned this date because it was like our 6 years of meeting anniversary. We have a lot of anniversaries, but it was our 6 years of meeting, and I was like, oh, we're gonna do this. You had talked about going there for a while, but I'm the planner as far as like childcare or going out. Like I plan things, so I was like, okay, I know he wants to go. I was like, I gotta plan our anniversary, all of this. But then there's like, oh no, you need reservations, and the next reservation's not till like April 25th or something. And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
I know, because it's like small and there's only 12 people at a time, and there's only 6 and 8:30 reservations. And I was like, so then I had to pull the card. I was like, let me just send a little DM. And well, first I had to tell Moses, I had to tell him like, oof, I thought we didn't need reservations. Then we had a little, it always starts a little bit like on our anniversary. I was like, I thought we needed reservations. Like I never said that. I was like, ugh. So then he called at 9 a.m. I DM'd at the same time. We DM'd at the same time. It was the same person, and someone answered even though they don't open till 6. And then she's like, okay, is there a number? And call back. And Moses was like, yes, my wife, Trisha PADDY'S.
I love it.
I did that with my DM too.
Because she was like going to call me back. I was like, you know what? I might not be able to pick up the phone. Maybe call my wife.
Maybe world-renowned
And she was like,
performer.
And she was like, I'm driving. Can you text me? I'm like, perfect. Let me text you her name and number. So I just,
Instagram handle.
Yes.
I DM from the Instagram.
She just got back from the set of Euphoria. I don't know if you've heard of it, but Zendaya, that's her friend, but she just got home, so she's able to take her call. I'm really busy, but luckily she just freed up because they just finished reshoots.
At 9 a.m. in the morning on a Friday on the same day with the reservation. Actually, yesterday, I don't know if you saw on the camera, because the car came by our house and it was like, hey, and I was like, oh, and it was our neighbor that came to the party, the one that owns that like Starbucks. I guess he owns that thing too. He's like, oh, I saw you were at my restaurant. I was like, what restaurant? No. Yeah, and so shout out Kazi in Thousand Oaks, by the way. Kazi, and I guess that's like it's his like, he has that whole thing. Building. So it's like, whatever. Yeah, shout out Kazi and Thousand Oaks for coming through. But anyways, they were like, okay, well, we could probably squeeze you in. And they're like, it's going to be tight. And I thought, oh no. But it was actually a lot of room. So if we weren't there, it would be even more room. It was very roomy. Anyways, but then there's like 3 chefs. Most like, okay, the chef's not going to be watching because like, usually I will like pass mine to Moses or whatever. Yeah, a little. But everyone's staring. And he asked, how did you like that one? How did you like that? And he's looking, he's making conversation with us. I was like, so I did it. And I just took all that raw fish and just ate it. And it was not bad. It was not bad. You said those were tamed sushis, which I think you could do. He said they weren't so fishy. Sometimes it smells like, like that tin fish.
Some omakase, when you go, you get snails and squids and all kind of things. Here it was very mostly sushi, mostly fish that you know about already, and that you would want that anyways. But
you don't like any seafood?
No.
Okay, we gotta go. I think you should try it because, like, honestly, me too. I'm like, oh, like this. I was already preparing myself. Thank God we did the tin fish thing because in comparison to that tin fish, I was like, oh, this is like nothing.
Oh yeah.
And it has a little bit of rice on the bottom.
Okay.
A little bit of rice, and honestly, it like wasn't bad. And I was like, this is a good Patreon video, so maybe I'll have a sushi chef come and just.
I think his reasoning is not it's not fear factor. You know what I mean? It's like.
Well, for Patreon, it will be.
But there are places and quite amazing places that do raw, like it's all made out of vegetables. Like there's no fish involved. Like full on sushi experience, and it's so tasty actually. It's
I don't know
really
which
good.
one's worse.
There's one that
Raw veggies or raw veg?
I feel
No,
like you
'cause
love
I
a raw veggie. Wait, have you never had raw veggies?
I don't think so.
Have you tried-
raw no.
Have you? I had a sprout the other day. Have you ever had sprouts?
No, actually, I mean, I've had like
In
the
soup,
Cheesecake
probably, yeah.
Factory like lettuce wraps. Does that count?
Kind of, yeah.
Kinda.
Because I had the little spring rolls from Health Nut. Have you ever had those? I feel like that's very Joy Graceffa from Calabasas. They have these like spring rolls, and it's just like carrots and like raw and like little sprouts. And it was actually like, maybe it's my mind tricking me, but I was like, this is actually not bad. And
Is
I was
it
like,
fried?
no,
Oh.
it's wrapped in like,
It's like a salad wrapped in rice paper.
I thought it would be like a little crunchy, like a spring roll.
Well, the
tease.
crunch is the carrots.
Okay. You changed, but
It was kind of tasty. I have been trying at least like 3 days a week. I'm like, let me try and have some like something healthy. I've been trying to, it's hard. It's not easy. Last night I had pasta twice. Actually, twice. You made me butter noodle pasta before I left for the recording studio. Then you made me pasta vodka at home. I was like, there's a lot of noodles today, but I loved it.
They were
I hadn't
small
had it in a while.
portions.
They were. I love the portion control. Thank you. Because it helps. It helps so much. And then after our romantic date, we're like, Oscars are this weekend. So we're like, okay, let's watch a movie. And we watched Sinners, which you told me was not a horror movie.
to me, it's not.
It's not.
But
I agree. It's not a horror
You
movie.
guys,
Yeah.
what?
to
It's just
me,
a little bit vampire.
Spoiler,
Yeah.
vampires eating everybody and just everyone getting stabbed in blood and this. Okay, that's okay.
to me, it's more like Southern drama tease with
That's
like
crazy.
with elements of horror. Like when I think horror, I think Weapons, which also Amy Madigan won. But I don't know for me. I guess it is technically
It's a
horror
horror.
movie.
No, there was not
Right.
even one jump scare.
That's how I think.
like
of
there's no
horror,
jump
but-
scares.
That's not horror.
It wasn't that gory. It was just, there was a little bit of blood, but it was like mostly vampire. It was mostly story and fighting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fighting them, but
it was just nothing but blood and gore. I mean, loved, but like that was crazy. Like it was a good story, so I loved it. But like the gore was insane. I was just like had nightmares the past 3 nights in a row.
It
But
kind of reminds me more of like a True Blood. Like even though I know True Blood is like more like sexy and erotic, but it still has like blood and stuff to it. So that's how I kind of viewed it. Like more vampire tease versus like horror. But
it was not giving Twilight. I'll tell you that.
Well,
I was
yeah, it's a little different.
Okay, but it did make me feel, and I love a movie that makes me feel, and it was more than just it made me like feel, it made me feel like, whew, it like it just like it hurts you, So it's just like I felt it, I liked it, and more than I can say for Marty Supreme, honestly.
Word.
Everyone was being like, oh, lost of the. I said it from the beginning, by the way, like weeks ago, whenever we saw Marty Supreme. Love Timmy, I love Kylie, love Chris. Like I love
throwing
them.
Chris in there.
Well, she's she's the manager, she's the hustle of it all, and I love them. She's doing damage control for sure. Love them. Like want to be a part of that group more than anything. But Marty Supreme was not good. And it was just okay. It was okay. It was mid. It was like, what is happening? There's so much going on. Like, I said that about the acting too, but like, it was good. I don't know if it's like Oscar worthy, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's why when he's winning all the awards, it's like, okay, I guess I haven't seen the other one, so maybe. But now that I've seen Sinners, I was like, well, he should have probably been winning the whole time. It was like way better acting. Not that I'm an actor judge, but he's playing 2 people.
I know.
Timothy wasn't. Timothy was playing one person.
Just Marty.
Just Marty. And he was playing 2 people, and I was so gagged. In fact, he was so good at the beginning. I'm like, is this the same is this the same actor, or is it different actors? Like, I was kind of gagged.
No, he's
look it up.
really working. Like
Really good.
and also like acting with yourself too.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
And in that capacity and that intensity, especially at the end, like, I just like, God, I'm feeling so much from these 2 people talking to themselves. It's giving Lindsay Lohan Planet Trap,
That's
where
what
you're
I was
just
thinking
like,
too,
wow,
yeah.
actor.
Yes.
It was very good. I really wish I could have been in that movie, Sinners.
I was gonna say you
would've been
you-
good.
You have to do a little a TikTok of you saying the Haley Steinfeld like line that like it was a meme like when it came out. I
What
feel like
was
it's
it?
gonna get the resurgence. I had to look up the exact quote because I do love it so
no.
much in the Southern accent. I heard you loud and clear, but then you stuck your tongue in my coos and
Oh.
f***ed me so hard I figured you changed your mind.
That was a good line. That was like her first line too. I was
I
like,
know,
oh,
I
okay, damn. I was
love
like, oh, okay, we're already here. She kind of did eat, but I would have loved. I guess I'm a little too old for that role. I would have loved to have been maybe the other vampire, the one with the crazy teeth at the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
I could have been. I don't know. Maybe that movie's not the right role for me, but I
That's
did like
true.
I did like that movie. I like I said, I like feelings. I would like to be a part of a movie that feels something. Maybe Weapons. I guess like I could have been like a Gladys in Weapons or something. I just don't want to be a part of something that feels. I guess it's horror. I guess cast me in a horror movie. Like I guess that's where we're at. Charlie XCX is going to be in a Takashi Miike horror movie.
Yes.
And I was like, he's like the ultimate like Japanese horror film director. And I was like, he's going to have everything. All right, maybe one day, me and Rosanna Pansino, Scream Queens.
Oh yeah, I forgot she had her Scream Queens.
She never got to be in one, in a horror movie.
And now horror movies looks like that's the way to go for your Oscar.
Can I suggest? I know we don't have on that much, but I feel like Shane Dawson should direct horror films because he loves horror. And instead of doing this canceled one, he should turn it into like a horror film because I feel like the direction he's going is giving 2017 vibes, and I think we need to go 2027 Shane because like that's where you succeed in. I don't really, we don't really each other anymore, but like I think that's your talent, and I think that's where you need to go. And I was thinking about him. I was like, he should do that. He should do a horror movie about his life, maybe.
OT.
Because it's kind of a horror movie. The way he describes it, so dramatic. And there are some horrors.
You were talking to drama channels.
Shane, I'll get off live right now. Get off live. That was my favorite part. Is Rylan telling me that's very Moses coded.
That is kind of a horror movie tease, though. Get off right now. Get
yes.
off.
Oh, she's lying. She's lying. I mean, back then, too, everybody was suspense, hanging on to your life. Like, what happened? Oh, my God, he cut him off live after 1 minute and 20 seconds. Like, and then you always wonder, like, back then I had no life, so I'm always wondering, like, what are they doing now? What are they spiraling? You know what I mean? You just think, like, what happens when you shut that camera off? Are you just a normal person? Or are you spiraling like me? Like, if I would shut the camera off, I'm, like, spiraling. I'm, like, looking every minute to see if someone responded to me. Like, or are they just, like, normal? And they're just like, okay, let's just get off and go for a walk.
I feel like at that moment in time, everyone was kind of seated, right?
But you think like Shane and Rylan too were still up in arms after they were done with the live?
With the Tati?
Yeah.
I think so.
They're just like really...
That was a bombshell.
I guess when things happen now, I'm just like, okay, let's just go for a walk. And then I'm like, okay, like, I don't care.
Honestly, yeah, me too. But
right.
back then, that was everything.
You were seated,
that was world stop. Yeah.
I guess being in your 20s is that. Were we in our 20s or probably me and Shane were in our 30s? We're probably 31.
What? That's 7 years ago. So
7. Yeah, 31. I'm 38 this year. Wow. A little too old. Just like Taylor Frankie Paul's 31 on Secret Lives. We'll get into that too. But like Secret Lives, Taylor Frankie Paul 31. I'm like too old for, there is an age where you are too old to be acting a certain way. And I do think that is 31. I think 30, you just hit 30. Okay, you're welcome to the 30s. 31, you're too old to be doing mess and drama. Unless it's cute and it's making you money. If you're monetizing off of it, but like also like not too messy, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Back then, Tati though, I mean, she might have been like 37 back then. That's really too much, Yeah. We looked her up. I think she's like 43 now. Not age shaming. I'm just saying, at a certain age, even now, if someone brought me into drama, it's like, you have to rise above a little bit. You can't be like, spiraling on live the instant something happens.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, back to the Oscars since you worked it. Hi, do you want to say anything? Sorry.
Sinners was good.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Very good message. You
loved it. You liked it.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it.
First of all, cinematography, I was mentioning how beautiful it was, and then it won for cinematography.
You did. You loved the skies at the beginning. You're like, this is so peaceful. I was
just beautifully shot beginning to end. And then
Can I ask how they shoot that? How do they make it look like the 1930s? Like, everybody looked like a person from the 1930s. Like, not just the costumes and, like, everything, but everyone looked like a 1930s person in the background. Like at the train station, huh?
Casting. Good casting. Don't they have now Oscar for casting, too?
Yes.
Like a new category.
So... But are there people who just look like they're from the
1930s?
That's like in their everyday life today?
And you extend it, like push it even more. The wrinkles and the cracks.
I guess if you're a natural face too, they're probably like no filler, no. I don't know. Everyone just looked like they were from that era. It was so interesting. I was like, well, that's kind of everything.
Yeah, and then the message was really good, and it was good. It was a movie that worked on many different layers and levels, and that's what was nice about it. And they had that one scene when they introduced like the idea of the music. How the music lives through all generations, and there's something about music that's so unique. And then they brought in, from shamans to modern day hip hop and DJs, and they all kind of like were in that one scene in that house together, and the music was amazing in that scene.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of good moments in that movie.
We watch Frankenstein next. It was between that or Frankenstein, and we're like, let's do Sinners because everyone was saying that was the one to win, and everyone was right apparently. You were right. You've been saying that for a while, it came out of nowhere for me because like I hadn't seen Sinners. I wasn't familiar with Sinners. And then like you were saying it and everyone was saying it. And I was like, oh, because I've only seen Timothée Chalamet one. And I was like, oh, I guess that's the only good movie out this year. But
yes. And I honestly am not like, as we know, an Oscar girl.
Even though you're Oscar.
But because like really the only nominees I saw were Sinners and... KPOP Demon Hunters and Marty Supreme. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah. And Sinners is like a blockbuster. It literally was like #1 for weeks. They had to bring it back on IMAX. Yeah, like it was.
Oh.
And it was shady because when it first came out last year, there was like articles about like even though it came out #1, there was articles like, oh, it's not making its money back.
Oh.
It's like it's not a profitable film. Blah 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 blah. And so there were some like hit pieces on it when it came out, but then literally it has like a lot of staying power. It stayed #1 for weeks.
Oh.
There was such a demand for it that they had to bring it back into IMAX like months later because the IMAX screenings were selling out, and then they just brought it back to IMAX again last month ahead of Oscars.
Oh.
And yeah, there was just, once all that was happening, I was like, oh, I need to see this. And
People are really trying to hit piece everything.
I know.
Wow.
But yeah, I was really happy for it. And
Yeah.
I love the whole cast. I do.
Yeah,
And I was so happy for Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, no, they were all amazing. It was all amazing. I was surprised. It was definitely horror, though. Like, just be warned. I'm just like, if there's blood involved, and I was just like,
Okay, what? I know a lot of people have been also been saying it's horror. I guess like I just have a different, like in my mind I categorize it differently. But if you had to give it a drama, I guess technically horror drama. But yeah.
Whew. It was a lot, but it was good. I know. I guess we should see. Yeah, I don't want to see Weapons, but I want to see Frankenstein. Although Jacob Elordi did lose the Oscar. Biggest snub. Who do you think? Anyone got snubbed last night?
I don't think Marty Supreme was snubbed like you said, because I thought it was good. It was like fine, but like I do think between Sinners and like One Battle After Another, like yeah, those ones would win. I haven't even seen One Battle After Another, but reading what everyone's saying about it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
You liked it.
I
You
saw
that
it.
one,
I mean,
yeah.
Sean Penn definitely deserves the Oscar for the performance he gave, and I don't like him at all, but he was amazing. So that one did stand out. And yeah, and Leonardo DiCaprio just seemed to be like a very strong, like PR machine behind him now, kind of reviving his image.
You think Sean Penn just didn't want to show up?
I think so, because he showed up to other awards.
He's so annoying. He's so pretentious. Like, he is. I know so many people who know him, and he's just an actual asshole. And I think he's just so pretentious. Like you said, he showed him to other things. And this one, which is like, a big movie, and it's also just like such a statement movie too. And it's like, obviously his character is like, so relevant nowadays to like what's happening in the world. And it's like, at least stand behind a movie. Like, if you want to be FU, whatever, go up there and give a speech about whatever you want to give a speech about. Like, use the platform to talk about something else.
That is a good point,
Like,
yeah.
I think it was Marlon Brando sent Native American to talk about, in the 80s, like, in place of him for the Oscars, because he wanted to spread a message, and that's a platform.
You know
so
what? That's an excellent point. I didn't even think about that.
But instead, he wants to be pretentious, be like, look at me not showing up, and
I
it's
don't care.
I'm sure he had something, because he knows everyone in the industry has been around for so long. I'm sure he had something personal with somebody running the award. Like, it's a personal
someone else,
thing.
do something. Like, it's like I don't think you should give an Oscar to someone that's not there either. It's like, if you're busy and scheduled,
Or
okay, fine.
an iHeartRadio award, mind you.
That's where I was going. Whoever shows up gets the award. How about that? Okay.
First come, first serve.
You know who's gonna be there? Me. I don't know. Yeah, I can't stand Sean Penn. I do think some people, it's almost like traitors with Mike Rappaport. Like, some people just want to be banned. They're like, I don't care if you're faithful or like a traitor. Like, just go away. Like, I feel like that's just Sean Penn. Like, okay, cast him, I guess. But he is notorious asshole to so many people, like professionally and personally. Like, and we just don't need to like give him anything. I feel Jacob Elordi was there. He could have won. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't even know the other people, but like, not him. And it's annoying. But also, like I said, the movie is like, obviously, like, we know what it's about and stuff like that, so it's obviously like impactful. Like, show up, like Leonardo DiCaprio showing up, Benicio del Toro showing up, like, show up.
Yeah,
Paul Thomas
honestly,
Anderson.
I guess I know nothing about Sean Penn, to be honest. So
Yeah,
that's all kind of a gag to
They
me.
probably told him, like, you can't smoke here.
And they were like,
And he was
oh
like,
yeah,
I'm
there
not
was
showing
one when he
up.
was smoking. I think Golden Globes or something.
He's dated, like, even when I first moved to Hollywood in 2006, like 18, like the first stories I heard were like Sean Penn is an asshole. Like, it was, it's like known, and it sucks because he's like a good actor, but like, it just erases everything else. I'm just like, ugh, he gave me the ick. Yeah. So he is old, too old, and no one talks about him anymore except for this. And he missed a shot, and no, whatever. You had one shot.
Well, I think it's his third Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Tomatoes, semantics.
So,
yeah,
third shot, but...
there's just some people I just want to go away, and that's not very many, but he is one. In fact, because he wasn't there, they saved time. They could have allotted more time for the K-pop Demon Hunter speech, because like no one was giving a speech for that. So it's like, you have more time.
It was a weird show because they put so much time for like different bits and reunions and blah blah blah.
Right.
And the speeches they were like really rushing through.
Yeah, everybody, they're like
Yes.
dark on speeches, cutting speeches, playing over people. Thank you so much to Home Chef for sponsoring this episode. You know when I feel the luckiest? When I have my meals planned and Home Chef does just that. It simplifies meals, especially when you're a family. Even when you're single, you're like, do I want to cook for myself? Do I really want to pay that delivery fee? Home Chef has you covered, whether you're single, a couple, a family of 20, or in our case, family of 5, where everybody wants something different. They keep it simple. They give you microwave options. They do the meal planning. They give you oven options. They give you easy to follow recipes where anyone can truly be a home chef. I always say my husband's a chef. I'm a home chef when it comes to home chef. Okay, the meals are nutritional. They're good. They're delicious. You just feel like you're doing well for your body. I feel like my skin has cleared up just not eating all the processed foods. We love Home Chef because it takes the guesswork out for you. Get those fresh ingredients straight to your door, easy to follow meal plans and more for yourself, for your loved one, for a whole family. Heck, feed the whole village. That's what Home Chef is bringing to you. And it's affordable too, which is great. Let me tell you more about why Home Chef is awesome. Home Chef makes cooking simple, fresh food delivered, easy recipes to follow, and meals that actually taste great. And people really love it. Home Chef is rated #1 by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. Whatever kind of day you're having, Home Chef has you covered. From classic recipes with fresh ingredients and 30-minute meals to oven-ready trays and quick microwave lunches. There's even a dedicated family menu for easy 4 or 6 serving dinners. And it's not one size fits all. Home Chef has over 30 meal options each week with choices for different diets and tastes. Plus, it's affordable. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off. That's 50. That's half off and free shipping for your first box plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/Trish. That's homechef.com/TRISH for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Trish. Must be an active subscriber to receive that free dessert. Thank you so much to Home Chef for sponsoring today's episode. I was like, okay, we gave 4 minutes bridesmaids, which we love, queens, but also 4 minutes is crazy for
I know.
a Stellan
They were
Skarsgård
really
skit.
hyping up some reunions. Like the Avengers one too, they were really hyping up
didn't
with
see
Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. Well, they were
Oh.
they like were teasing it a couple weeks ahead, like Avengers reunion, Marvel reunion. Is Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, who we just saw in like 2019, so it's not that long ago, and also they're in the one that together that's coming out in like 5 months.
So they're just promoting their movie.
Yeah,
It's Avengers, the new one.
The new one, yeah. I'm like, we could only get these 2. Like, yes, they
Who
are.
are the other ones?
There's so many that would have, like, if you were gonna tease a like Avengers reunion, I feel like you gotta get them all. You have to have like Scarlett Johansson, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Elizabeth Olsen. Like, you gotta have them all if you want it to gag me, because it's just these 2 that I'm literally gonna see do a whole press tour in like 5 months. So like that's not really a gag to me.
Okay, I'm not in that realm, but I get you. I understand you.
It's because it's like on ABC, so there were so many like moments of just like synergy. Like, did we really have to have Grogu on there, like Baby Yoda with Kate Hudson? Like,
I missed that too. That's kind of everything. Did he fly out in this little thing?
he was sitting next to Kate Hudson. There was like a little bit.
Cute.
So they
Okay, that's cute.
But they just kept having so many like Disney like tie-ins and promotions and stuff, and all of this was taking away from like the actual speeches. And I don't know, it was just paced a little crazy too. Like, it's so long. There wasn't really like any, for all the antics that they were trying to do, like there wasn't really like a moment that like everyone is gagged for, you know?
Yeah.
Besides, like, I think the people who won, that really is what people were gagging for.
Which is good, I guess. I guess that's the point of the award shows. To be
I know, but that is the point. But it was produced as if they wanted stunt spectacles and this, that, and the third, and they didn't really deliver on that.
Yeah,
so.
you guys flopped on that one.
Yeah.
It is weird. It is funny how like Hulu, Disney, ABC, they all like, because it's like Taylor Frankie Paul on the red carpet. It's like, watch The Bachelorette next week. I was like,
it's
okay.
why, and then it's same thing though for like the Golden Globes. It was, I think it was like a Paramount one or whatever. So they had like randomly boxers or wrestler, whatever, like some promoting like the sport, the boxing fighting thing at the White House. You know,
I didn't know.
Yeah, it was the Golden Globes, and it was like,
no.
we have Connor Story, Hudson Williams. They're so hot. We have to have boxers come who are going to be boxing at the White House. And it's like, it's 2 things. First of all, Canadian, or Hudson's Canadian, show's Canadian, like queer. So I don't know why you would like want to use that to promote the UFC. It made no sense.
Yeah.
So like whenever it's like on a network thing and there's like the synergy of it all, it makes me like cringe.
We
a little
don't
bit.
need that.
No.
Who would be our cringe synergy if we're talking about somebody in our realm?
I wouldn't really be cringe because we would do it even if they weren't around, but it would be like, I guess, a Tana, a Paige.
But that's not cringe, right? Would it be like if someone's like opposite that wouldn't be us?
What do you mean?
Like something that may be us coded, but like not us. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like you said, the boxing doesn't really synergize with like heated rivalry. Like, is there a cringe? Like, of course, yes, no, we love, you know, the therapist, we love the canceled.
Yeah,
but like,
I guess it would be like someone really like I would go through like the CAA like roster and be like, who's someone really random but like in the like signed to this agency
Oh,
where they
I
would just be
see.
like, oh, well, you're a new talent, like let's put you
Oh.
on, and like they're launching their TikTok or something, but like, okay, they're gonna
Right.
start being active on TikTok or Instagram, like let's put them on just Show,
Oh,
you know?
interesting. Maybe
Yeah.
Jojo Siwa.
Okay.
I know, we're
I
not
think
supposed to mention.
that would make sense though.
Oh, would it?
I think it would be someone
Michaela.
so. Michaela would make even more sense. It would have to
I
be
thi-
someone so traditional who like is in stuff that we would never care about. Like
Sean
who's
Penn.
kind of that. Honestly,
Those
kind
three
of that.
boys that don't know who their guests are. You remember?
Yes,
What are,
Jason,
Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes, Jason Bateman, right? Jason Bateman.
Yeah, and I don't know the other one.
the Smartless podcast.
Worst
yeah.
name ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, it's me just coming up with a scenario that doesn't even make sense. But yes, that crossover would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really care that much, but I don't know. They
It's-
push it.
yeah,
But I
it's
like a
so weird.
Groku though.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
I
he's
like that.
cute. He's cute to look at, but it's just like to me, it's so clearly promoting the movie that's coming out in like 2 months. So it's like, ugh, okay, work, I guess. But yeah, I think they needed to figure out a way to like not just be cutting off these speeches, and also they saved the big awards for like the end, and then all of a sudden you're trying to like rush Jessie Buckley with her speech. You know what I mean? Like you're starting to rush people at the end, and those are the ones we waited the whole 3 hours for.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird thing, but and also even the K-pop Demon Hunters like performance, like for Golden being so short, like can't even perform the full
Yeah.
song, and it should have been a medley. Like it, I know only Golden was nominated, but it should have been like a little get how it's done, and then a little bit of something else, maybe a little you're my soda pop, and then Golden. Like
I don't think you're ready for the takedown.
Exactly.
That's like my girl's other favorite song.
because
Yeah.
we honestly have seen Golden about like 40 times now, and yes, the
Yes.
performance was amazing, but
Ooh, medley would have been good.
we kind of have seen it, but we haven't seen them do the other songs. So if you wanted, again, if you wanted to gag me, you had the ingredients right there to gag
Is
me.
it different performers on the different songs? Because one time we watched like a live version and it was like different singers singing like the takedown song.
I know there have been K-pop girl groups that have covered it live, so maybe you saw that. But I think it's the same vocalist.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. See people going to like shows for like K-pop singers and like mad they don't play Golden.
Yes.
They're like, where's Golden?
Well, they were confused because the posters, everyone that's now doing K-pop shows, they make the poster looks like the Demon Hunters.
Oh.
So like they'll have the singers with wigs and collars that matches them. So a lot of parents that don't know the movie, they just think, oh, I'm going to take my kids to see K-pop Demon Hunters, but it's just K-pop. And then they go see some random
Not the Demon Hunters.
K-pop band and they get all upset. And
K-pop Demon Hunters should do a collab with Sinners. Because they're both hunting demons.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
I didn't
I
know
mean,
where you were
Giving
going with
parallel,
that, but
right?
I see now.
It gives the same.
the underlying message is similar.
They should do K-pop Demon Hunters live action horror. Oscar.
Honestly, kind of would be T.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure they would do live action at some point too. So you might as well just take it there.
Yeah, do the horror
Yeah.
version of it because they
Yeah.
are demons.
Yeah, T.
Get them down at a stake.
Mm-hmm.
How come you can kill a vampire with a stake?
With
How
a
come
wooden stake.
Yeah.
What is the lore with that actually?
Yeah, like I thought they were like indestructible. They're just
Or
like they're already
silver.
dead.
Are they silver or is that werewolves?
The K-pop
The
demons were
silver
silver.
does
Oh,
affect
yeah,
them too.
Oh, silver. Oh,
Oh, okay. So it has like ties back to like the 16th century with like there is like Native American lore, but also like Romani lore to tie it back to it. Interesting. Okay, work.
okay. And the stake is.
I don't know what to tell
Okay.
you, Mama. I really don't know what.
Oh, well, I forgot to open. Oh my God, how far are we in? Oh my God, I forgot to open St. Patrick's Day lore. St. Patrick was taken to Ireland against his will to be a slave, and he introduced Christianity over there. That's why they celebrate it. And the 3-leaf clover is the Father, Son, Holy Ghost. But then they brought it over to the U.S. to celebrate Irish immigrants. So happy Irish Immigrant Day to everybody. So it actually is a very important holiday to celebrate and commemorative if you celebrate any of that stuff. So I wanted to say that I did do my research and we listen. I don't know where the luck comes in. I don't know why we're lucky all of a sudden. I don't know why we're pinching people if they don't wear green, but I do know we're drinking green beer and celebrating St. Patrick and all the Irish immigrants like Conan O'Brien, who hosted the Oscars. Okay, that was my little thing. Sorry, I meant to say that earlier, but shout out to everyone in Ireland. We love you. We salute you. And keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
We love it. We do
Keep at
love it. Yes. Okay, sorry. Back to the Oscars.
Well, a Frenchman who caused a lot of controversy. That Timothée Chalamet, damn, he was really having a rough night. There were so many jokes about the opera and ballet. It was kind of gaggy.
I mean, but he kind of needed that. It's not fair to just say whatever you want and not hear the repercussions amongst your peers. You're in the creative arts. Like, this is you should get a little bit of backlash in person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because of course, like, social media doesn't bother. They don't care. Whatever. I'm making movies. But if your own peers and like the heads of creativity and all the artists are in one room and they're being like, "Hey, not cool." You know, I think he needed that.
I do too, and I kind of like.
And we love Timothée Chalamet here, by the way.
No, I do. I'm just trying to think of what he can do to really turn it around. I do think maybe a little bit of time, but also, like, I know that he wouldn't do an apology, but I'm like, it would honestly go a long way. Because, like, he does have ties to, like, ballet and opera. Like, he does, like, come from that world. So I think it's not, I always think, it's like, it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. Because he said that, sentiment, I guess, about like opera and ballet for like many years and never caused quite the stir it did recently. But he just came across so dismissive that, like, if he just did something to kind of course correct a little bit, like if he, I don't know, did an event like with an opera or ballet in like New York, like he went to school like right next to, you know, like a theater, so it makes sense that he would, I don't know, do some kind of event. And his mom is from ballet, his sister, so you could have just done something to like course correct that, like that following week when you saw it was getting bigger and bigger.
Yes, you should do a revival of Billy Elliot. Okay, you should play Billy Elliot.
Why do I think that's in the works already?
What? Timothée Chalamet?
Not Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, a Billy Elliot movie? Who's playing Billy Elliot? This is like the one all the boys used to play when they were like younger. This was like the show on Broadway to be in.
Oh, there is a tour. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Billy Elliot. He could be in that. He, like, honestly, yeah, honestly, like I said, like I love Timmy, but like, yeah, what you say, especially like your own, like you said, your mom and the people around you are all like so invested. No one cares is like a little I think that I still stand by it. Disrespectful. Get it, but also ew.
Yeah.
But they, you know, they let him have it last night. I think that's good. I think we're good now. I think, like you said, whatever, time will pass, people forget about it. And I think, like, if you're not going to apologize, you should get a little bit of it back, and then that's it.
Yeah, like, it all came down to that. Like, do we have to keep dragging it out after that? No, I think so. I think he learned his lesson. He didn't win. You know, he didn't get awarded for all the antics. So, message kind of delivered, I think. He did also look a little nuts. I didn't, like, love his look either. So, it was... Kylie looked amazing, as always.
She
like,
looked good.
She really delivered the glam.
Re-wore a Schiaparelli dress, though, that she already wore.
Yeah, she had it in, I think, silver, right? So she wore it last time.
She's like, I look good in this dress. I'm going to wear it in every color.
Yeah, me at Uniqlo.
Yeah, no, same.
Like, that's why Kylie's my sister.
No, we do love that. That was good everything. I was like, okay, you know what works good for your body. Shout out Misty Copeland. When Nia was here, she was about to go see Misty Copeland's last performance in New York last fall, and I remember being so gagged because she's like, I am not in the ballet world. Clearly, I don't really like follow ballet, obviously, but I do respect it. I love it. I love watching like movies about it. I love everything about it. But one ballerina I do know is like Misty Copeland, and I thought that was like so cool that they brought her out for, especially for the Sinners like song. Like that was like so, it was just so beautiful and so cool, and I love that they did it. I don't know if they did it because of Timothée Chalamet. She's like so big in her own right, and she just retired last year, so like bringing her out of retirement is kind of a huge deal. But it was just really pretty to see with all the music and the juxtaposition of Sinners and ballet.
I think cool. They're just trying to recreate the scene, and then obviously like it would make sense for Misty Copeland too, because she is like probably the most famous ballerina, I would think, right? But it is just kind of like extra salt in the wound that like she spoke out against Timothy last week. Yeah. And then now he has to like watch her perform.
As
like
he should.
That is
be like,
so gaggy. In the front row.
Yeah. Like it's cute you act as there's 100 people in here, but how many people can do that? You know what I mean? Like how many people have trained and look like that?
And
you know what I mean?
Like hip surgery like in December. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, the longevity of her career, all of that. Yeah, like it's I thought that was it was you know, you need to watch that. People need to respect the craft because it's a lot, especially ballet. It is like so thankless, and like unless you're a big professional one, even then it's like you don't get paid a lot. It's your body goes through it, your toes. Have we learned nothing from Black Swan? Those toes are busted, like you can't walk. Like it is such a crazy sport to be a part of, and relatively not what do you call it? monetized. Like, what's the word? Like,
The compensation is nice.
yeah, right. They like literally wear your body out, and then they're like, all right, thank you.
Well, what did you think of Timothee's look after
Oh, I didn't
the
see.
one he changed into? Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh,
At
this
the Vanity
one?
Fair, I saw her black.
You didn't see this one?
I know that one's not real.
Damn. I was so
Nice
excited.
try.
I was so
You know,
excited.
AI's got me. The Stefan Diggs and Jeffree Star one got me this weekend. I was like, wow. And then I looked, I was like, oh, it's like Jeffree's like glam from like 2019 or whatever. That one I knew. I mean, he should have.
It honestly
should've.
would have been fierce if he did that.
A
Like, wear a
little-
little tutu. Like, come on.
I mean-
I
What
miss
was
his
it, the
camp
Nutcracker?
era. Yeah. Crack some nuts.
Yes, that
Come
would have been
on.
a really good move for
I
him.
miss
But
when he was campy. Like, where is my campy tween
No.
that everyone knew and loved?
he was kind of there a little bit. Like, he was kind of there a little bit this year, but I guess because the Oscars and everything, he's just like, I gotta be serious now. He tried, like, with the Kylie song where he's like, my girl's a
Oh,
billionaire.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Did he go on Brittany Borowski's Royal Court?
That was last year
Oh.
for whatever he
was in the
promoting
alley.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forget which Oscar movie he was doing last
So
year.
he, like, kind of is there, but,
Yeah.
you know, he's, I guess, too serious now.
I know. I'm a little concerned to how that Dune press tour is going to go.
Yeah, don't take
but-
yourself too seriously. I feel like once people do that, is like where they miss the mark. It's like, let's say, you know, he's trying to be like, I feel like Johnny Depp vibes where it was so serious, but look how that turned out.
I know, T. And everyone's blaming it on Kylie with the Kardashian curse.
No,
but I think
no.
it's his own downfall. I
It's
think
his own. If
yeah,
anything, they're helping
Kylie
him.
is, yeah.
If anything, we're being nice to him. I feel like if he didn't have Chris and Kylie in his
Honestly,
corner,
clock that.
I
Yeah,
would be-
I'm
I'd
giving
be-
him benefit of the doubt
Yeah.
because Kylie is a sister to
Yeah.
me. Like, I know people really come for her all the time, but I've always, I don't know, had some kind of kindred spirit tease with
Yeah.
Miss Kylie. So I'm like,
Same.
that's my sister. I mean, she said on the Vanity Fair red carpet, she's like, love you. They kissed. I'm like, well, that's my
Wow.
sister.
Yeah.
She's holding it down for him. So I'm giving you the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt. Otherwise, I'd be with Misty Copeland and
Me
I'd be jumping on. I'd be a Doja
Same.
Cat pre-apology. I'd be dogpiling.
We're very forgiving because of
yes.
the connection.
Even Club Chalamet though, before the Oscars was really down. She was like, this has been the hardest award season ever for me. And
Wait, why?
I think as a Timmy truther, she was, just in the trenches every day the past few weeks.
I thought she switched teams.
She has been. Well, she said she just moved platforms. Now she's behind a paywall on Substack. If you want her
work.
thoughts on Timothy, and now
Who's
she's
paying
more
for that. No offense, that's crazy. I don't know. Okay, work though. Maybe somebody.
But yeah, she is promoting Connor more freely. So
Okay.
yeah, which also Connor's story at the freaking Vanity Fair Oscar party.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah, him and Hudson were there, and they wore like I would assume they coordinated because they both were in sheer outfits.
Oh.
Connor's story wore an outfit that like Zoe Kravitz wore at one of the fashion shows. It was like all sheer.
Ooh.
And his titties were sitting. Like
Was
the
it-
profile. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Perky pecs. Really perky pecs.
I didn't see this one.
Yes. And like their nipples were poking through the sheer tops. And I was
Oh,
like, damn, this is something fierce.
You love
This
the
is
nipples?
something
I'm not a nipple
fierce.
person.
I think they just have really nice pecs. So it's like,
It just
it's
sits
hard
there.
to not, yeah.
What makes a nice one, little or big?
For nipples?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think maybe just ratio. Like if you have like big pecs, then if you have tiny nipples, I guess that's like, I don't know, it would kind of throw you off. But
I
yeah.
see. Ratio.
Yeah.
As someone who's very self-conscious about my nipples, I have them redone like 3 times. I'm very skeptical of nipple talk. I'm always just like, people judging my nipples.
I don't have nipple ideals. I just look and I'm like, that makes sense. You know what I
Looks
mean?
good. Okay, yeah.
Harry Styles has 3 nipples and he's very successful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are they?
He had obviously his titties, and then I think one is like on his
An actual nipple. Mm-hmm. What's it from?
just from birth, I guess.
So it can.
No.
It's pretty common.
Is it sensitive?
I think so, yeah.
What do nipples do for men? What is that point?
I
Ah,
think
we caught
it's like-
everybody.
It's like because the body is like could be a male or a female, so it's there, and then it becomes.
Oh, it's a little.
It's like a
feminine.
fridge has always place for hinges on the other side because some places you open it.
Wow, that's a good
So it's like it could be there or there.
Is it right?
So
Well, it says so all humans are born with nipples, and it depends on like the chromosome that activates
Wow.
it for the different sexes.
Lactation.
Yeah. The
Wow.
more you know.
So it is so okay. So it's a little feminine maybe.
Yeah, I mean they're literally there, and then the chromosome, I guess, decides how they're used. So
Wow.
yeah.
What about people who are born with both genitalia?
I have no idea.
intersex.
Intersex?
Intersex.
Yeah, I
So
have no idea.
do they lactate or they don't? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we don't need to know that. I guess I don't need to ask those questions. I'm just curious.
It's just a spectrum, between male and female. There's a full spectrum.
I mean, my asking
but even
questions,
intersex,
Sarah.
there's different.
Malibu asked me questions 5,000. Like, no matter what, there'll be a question. But why? But where is that? Who did that? Who gave that to you? Where did it come from? I'm like, it's
We're always
crazy.
on her podcast. She's always.
She'd be interviewing.
She needs to come on the podcast. Like, she always be like, I want to go to work with you. And I'm like, honestly, you could. Because she will ask just endless questions all day. But I'm like, you know what? Work. I need to ask more questions because sometimes she'll get me. And I'm like, actually, I don't know. But why
Never
is it
thought
that?
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like yesterday we had the green, we were making green, we had the green apple pumps and the vanilla pumps, and I was putting a little lemonade in there and the thing. And then she was asking like, what color, the color green, why is it green for St. Patrick's Day? What makes it green? The little green pumps we were doing. And I was like, I don't know. I have no idea what makes it green. I'm like, dye? What's dye? I don't know. Some chemical? What's a chemical? I'm like, girl, your guess is as good as mine. I do not know. And then I was like, I need to start asking more questions. So I do feel the need to follow up with everything because I have so many questions about nipples now, but I guess we can move on from that or go to Patreon if you want to see more nipple talk, I suppose. I did not get invited to the Vanity Fair party. I would like to go to Vanity Fair. If I got invited, I'd go to that party.
Yeah, I was. It was funny because this year, the MO from VF, if you will, was to make it like more exclusive because usually it starts like at like 2. It goes alongside the Oscars. Like you could watch the Oscars at the party, so it really starts at like 3 or 4
PM.
typically. Yeah,
Oh.
but this time they changed it up, and then now it was starting after the Oscars because they wanted to make it like a little bit more exclusive, like highbrow.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
you had to be like a nominee to get there, basically.
Yeah. Well, no,
I guess not the hit bribery, but like I used to know people like billionaires would go and like and they could not go this year. They were like they were not.
Yeah, I think they were really trying to make it so it was like just A-listers basically. Who gagged me the most though was I was like watching our live feed of like the interviews, and then I see HASAN Piker walking in the background, and I panic. I was like, that's HASAN. And then I text Denny Directo, who was doing the interviews, and I said, because I watched HASAN walk by and past him, Denny, and I was like, you need to call back HASAN Piker right now. He is so hot. But I don't think he knew who I was talking about, because he went, oh my God, I know there's so many hot people tonight. And I was like, no, HASAN Piker, like lock in. And so then when
Are you sure it was him? I didn't see anyone talk about it.
Trust me, it was. And then once I knew Denny was like a dead end, I just went directly to Hassan's DMs, who has never opened my DMs. I look back and I'm like, damn, I do DM him a lot for someone who doesn't follow me and also doesn't check DMs. But nonetheless, I persisted. And I was like, turn around right now and go talk to ET. And I was like, also, if you ever need a gay understudy, if Austin's show can't make it, I'm available. So I also pitched myself.
Good thing you're doing the rounds on the podcast, because I feel like once people see that you're doing podcasts, you get asked. Yeah,
a never-ending press tour.
First of all, I love a press tour. I used to do press tours all the time when I was trying to like just rebrand. I feel like now I try and like pick and choose. Like I am trying to keep all mine for when I'm promoting something, but Tana Mojo will do a press tour too for no reason, and I love it.
Yeah.
She'll like in New York, she'll be like, I'm just so busy. I'm doing 12 podcasts. I'm like, I have something coming out. And she's like, no. I love it. I used to do that too. And I still would if I didn't have something coming out and everyone being like, wait till something comes out to talk about stuff. But now that people see you, I feel like people will ask, because that's always how it works. Like when I would do one podcast, like, oh, she does podcasts. Like we'll ask her to do ours.
Yeah, it's he. And like if you need a gay, like I'm available.
That'd be a good one.
Know? Yeah. And then
wait, does he know? Have you talked to him ever?
No, I don't think he knows I exist.
Oh.
But everyone else on that podcast with him knows I exist. So like, come on.
So if there needs to be a replacement
Yes.
as a fill-in.
So I also was like, okay, like I'm gonna post a TikTok of Hassan on ET, and like I really want him to see it, and I feel like he wouldn't see it. So then I tagged Austin Show and Christian, who like are Hasan's best gays, because I'm like, I don't think he would see it, but I think his chronically online gays would see it. And within 5 minutes, they're asking like, "Did you post this?" They clocked me immediately. I was like, "Damn."
What was it? What'd you post?
Just like a Hasan Piker looks handsome as ever at the Vanity Fair Oscar party. My original caption was "looks handsome and woke," but I was like, I think I would get in trouble. So
For Entertainment Tonight.
Yes.
Love it.
On business hours, I had an agenda.
I kind of love that though. I kind of love that when people know it's you. This is Oscar.
I know the clock's expeditiously.
Yes.
Because at first Austin was like, I don't know why he tweeted like, why did they tag me? And then Christian told him, yeah,
that's
Christian
Oscar for
me.
sure.
Yeah. So
maybe we'll do
charged.
a gay swap one day.
Actually would live. Austin would like be gayer than ever.
Obviously,
yes.
I'd be sad, but I mean, I always talk about Austin Show.
But you're in good hands with Austin and Christian, especially because Christian is like a musical theater, dance. He's like New York. Yeah, he went to like art school. He's fierce.
Maybe
I
we'll
love
swap
Christian.
if you guys want.
I know us just volunteering.
I know.
For
We don't want to go there. Me just being like, we'll swap you guys out.
Gay swap.
Yeah, gay swap. Like, why swap?
That's actually a fierce show idea. Yeah, I live.
That'd be so fun.
So I'm like, I'm hoping that little Hasan promo.
That would be cute. I would like to see you on that. You do have great chemistry with everyone, much like myself. I feel like I do like seeing you on other podcasts and everyone loves you on there because it's like, yeah, of course, you have good chemistry. Where it's really you. That's how I feel though when I go on podcasts. It's also, I just have good chemistry with it. You know what I mean? But that's why we're good together. I said that the other day. I think we were talking like off after Patreon. I'm like, honestly, we're just really good because we're so good by ourselves, but together we are, you know what I mean? So that's why we are the perfect. But when you go on others, you just see how charismatic you are.
I am very intrigued by that situation though. Like, I don't know if Hasan Piker would be intrigued by me or like just confused and not know how to handle me.
Well, I guess that's like the risk. Yeah. It's like, I always want you to do what you want to do and live your life. But the fact that you could be poached from me is a little scary, but I say let things happen. Let them, whatever you want to do. And if it's Hasan, I know that'd be like your dream. So
I don't know if that's my dream. I think for a day swap, it's kind of like literally the wife swap episodes where they're like so excited to get a change of pace.
Yeah.
And they're like, the lifestyle is so different that they're like, wow, maybe the grass is not greener. Granted, I already know I'd rather be where the grass is pinker. If you will.
Yeah.
But the concept of it does tickle me for like a day. I think that would be funny.
You could double duty, I guess. I have 2 podcasts. You could do 2 podcasts. That's a
yeah.
lot of hosts for them. What do they have, 5 people on there now? You'd be like the
That's
6th.
true. Yeah. You have so many hosts. You guys, what the hell? Like, why not throw me in there?
I saw the clip of Caleb on there. So it was like Caleb. I think it was Austin next to him. Then
Hasan, Bill, Neff.
Yeah.
Was Cutie? I know.
I don't think Cutie was there, but the show, so many.
I know.
I'm just like, no, too much, too many. I need to hear 2 people, maybe a third chiming in, but like, that's it. We don't need to hear 5 people on a
And you
microphone.
better put me in the skinny corner because they got that angle
Yeah.
and I need the perspective on my side.
Would have learned that for Canceled.
Yeah.
Brooke was always in the skinny corner, even though she was the skinniest.
And Flopcast uses the same set, and they warned me. They're like, "Well, you can sit in the skinny chair, but it like." And I was like, well, yes, but also like the way that it's set up is like the guest is like literally, in the fat chair. So I was like, it wouldn't make sense for me to be like all the way in the back corner as like the guest.
I would still take it. When I did Julia Fox and Nikki Takesh's podcast, they had me right in the middle on the hump that makes everyone look so big, and there are these tiny little things in the corner, and I was like, y'all set me up. I had like a pillow in front of me or everything. Have you seen that trend on TikTok where it's like someone just shot you dead, but you're insecure?
No.
And it's like this. And then they're like,
oh wait, and they're pulling down the shirt and stuff. Yes.
They're like, they pull this up and they pull this down. They're like, that's so real. Me all the time. And every podcast I do, I'm always just like just trying to be as skinny as possible, as small as possible.
You, Zach sang with like the pillow.
Oh, Zach sang had Julie Fox had a pillow. If there's a pillow, I'm going to use it. That's why it was great to be pregnant, because you're just like, oh, she's just pregnant. So like Canceled, I was always pregnant, so I just had a big belly. Oh, she's pregnant. But it's like now it's like, no, I put a pillow. I think Zach sang I had Malibu in front of me at one point. She was like 3 months old. I had her sitting on top of me for a minute. Like, just the worst setup he has too for, what if he's mad at me? Do you think he thinks about it, cares about it, or do you think he thinks we have no beef?
I think probably just moved on at this point, right?
Do you think he ever was mad?
Probably, like on the eye of the storm during the Clinton Kane of it all. I'm sure at that moment.
But he f***ed up in that one, right? He was in the wrong.
I think so, but I don't know if he knows truly, right? I don't know.
Like, you know, you aired something that Brooke was like, don't air this.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like he probably, like, I feel like he would have apologized if he really felt bad about it.
To Brooke.
Versus, like,
Maybe he did.
I feel like we would have heard about it. Because the canceled finale, she would have been like...
He apologized.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
I think everyone's
is he
kind of let it
Cancer?
go. He
gives
does
Shane
kinda give,
vibes.
yeah.
So,
I know you're Cancer too. What happened?
no, I think so. I think I remember somebody bringing it up.
Plot twist, he's a Taurus.
Oh! What day?
May 2nd.
What?
Yeah.
He doesn't get Taurus, but maybe. Wow, I wouldn't have thought.
I know, that is a plot twist, honey.
Okay, well, Zach saying I don't know how I feel about you. I don't owe you an apology, but I don't know. Hopefully we're okay.
No bad blood.
I saw you was interviewing Baz Luhrmann. I was like, wow, we have a lot of crossover. Allie and AJ, we're really have the same people. I don't know how the world feels about him. Do they feel anything? Maybe not.
I don't think so.
It's crazy. He always got such big guests, and I'm always just like, but no one. He's never like in the sphere. You know what I mean? I know he's connected. I know he's there. He's doing interviews with Access Hollywood. Like I know he's like there, but he's never like blown up.
Because it's different. He's like more, comes from the radio world.
Yeah.
Like when I'm listening to the radio, the person talking over there doesn't exist in my mind. They really just talk, ask questions. So he's not like an influencer front center camera.
He's at that. He always getting sponsored by
He's
Taco
just
Bell.
really the person that interviews.
Why were we not invited to the Live Moss? I know it was like last week news, but the Live Moss event
Oh, yeah,
in Palm
tea.
Springs. Spencer Sutherland was performing, which I love him. You know, we love Spencer. We saw him at the Elvis premiere, but like, I would have performed. Like, I love like Benson Boone was flipping for that little new. What do they have? A little churro quesadilla. I was like, that looks so good. I was like, oh, I would have loved to go. You don't love Taco Bell though.
I actually just had it the other day because of you. Yeah.
Oh, what'd you get?
I don't know if you would like what I got, but actually maybe because it was plain, just like plain tacos.
I don't know if you've even had a taco. I don't think I've ever had a taco, like a beef in a hard shell. Clock it. I never found. Show me eating a taco. I don't think I ever have. Yeah, I really don't. Like a beef taco, like hard shell. Like I always see them in like the grocery store. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. Like Taco Tuesdays, you know, like that sounds fun. But like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had one.
You like a burrito, I guess, right? You like a tortilla.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love a tortilla. I love quesadillas.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese burrito, fajitas, but never a taco.
See, I need a crunch. I need a little crunch.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try one.
We'll do nachos. I mean, if you had a taco that had exactly the same in there, like the chicken, the cheese.
No, but a taco is usually with like that little ground beef and the tomatoes and the lettuce.
It could be a chicken taco or.
That's not real taco, I don't think. I feel like the beef tacos are the real one. You have to ask for chicken. Usually it's like, oh, an extra $1 for chicken or something like that. I feel like the real ones are
Wait,
beef.
you get the potato tacos, no?
No. Potato
It's a
taco.
bit
Oh, taquitos.
different.
No.
Salsa and beer?
No, that place that badass tacos.
Badass tacos. It's a bit different. They're like closed.
Oh.
But it's like the mashed
It's
potato.
like deep
Yeah.
fried. It's like deep fried.
It's like
Yeah.
a deep fried mashed potato. I don't know if it's a taco.
Well, it's in a shell and it's
I
folded.
think it's like Papa's Taquito or something, like Taquita.
I mean, okay, work.
Papa's Tacos. I mean, I'll have a mashed potato taco. If you put mashed potatoes in a hard shell, I'll eat it. I mean, if it is, it is. You might be right. Clock it. That's a new thing to say in real life, too. Clock it. Papa's Taquito.
Yeah, Papa Taco.
No. It says Papa's Tacos?
It says Papa Taco. Potato
No.
taco. That's what it says right here.
No. Taquero. There's no way it says tacos. Look it up. I don't have my phone. Okay, I'm going to look it up after.
I mean,
I'll give you
I
guys-
would consider them potato tacos.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
just these ones are deep fried and kind of closed. It's not like there's the open shell.
Yeah, this is kind of like a...
Okay, so on the online order, it says Papa Taco, and then on the actual menu itself, like the graphic,
No.
it says Taco de Papa. Taco
De Papa?
de Papa.
All right, I've eaten a taco. You proved me wrong in 2 seconds.
I was like, there's got to be something.
Damn. Okay, it has a little crunch. Have you had those? Have we tried those together?
Yeah, we tried those together. It was good. I loved it.
Yeah, you like a little crunch. Anything
Yeah.
like mashed potato, fried. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
KFC had them for a while. Remember those?
I have realized I have to really think when you say I've never eaten something.
I
because
know.
I've-
But
it always
that's not a
comes out-
taco. That's not like a taco.
What qualifies a taco? A crunchy shell with the filling.
No. Look up the definition of a taco.
You really are in your
I know. Asking questions.
Yes.
I'm like, no.
fried tortilla, typically folded with various mixtures, which that literally is.
Well, in that case, I've had a taco if we're really gonna get down to semantics. That's ice cream.
Let's get to it. Let's really get
a ground beef, salsa, lettuce, tomato, and a corn hard shell taco. It's like a taco. That's a taco. Don't you remember those commercials where it's like, oh, it's Tuesday. What are we having? Tacos. It's like yellow. Do you remember those commercials?
Yes, but you literally talk about how much you love badass street tacos, and then you're trying to tell me I've never had a taco.
Well, not a traditional taco, but I suppose I had a mashed potato inside a hard shell. Let us know down below if you consider that a taco. And I need it from a taco expert. You need to have made tacos.
So badass street tacos is an expert
well,
enough.
I'm going to go in there. I'm not sure that says it.
You should go interview them.
I think it's a different menu online. I think
because the thing is also when we go to most restaurants, they don't have this item. It's pretty hard for us to find.
Yeah, they only have it at Badass Street Tacos. But shout out Badass Street Tacos. You are delicious.
In general, like I know when she says something about food, it means like she never walks in and orders, can I have a taco? It was what? Beef or chicken or fish or shrimp. None of those.
This one I really didn't think I had a taco. But again, ice cream tacos are different, but like a taco.
We usually love the rolled, what do you call them? The rolled ones with
taquitos.
potatoes. The taquitos, yeah.
Oh, I love those from 7-Eleven too.
So these are the closest thing to it. That's what
I love a taquito. I do. A taco. I don't know.
Yeah, salsa and beer.
Shout out salsa and beer. Casa Vega's Hillary Duff's favorite Mexican. She gets a mojito. What is those shrimp ones? The sizzling shrimps.
Ceviche?
No, the mojito. The mojito. Remember those bubbling ones? She said it actually. That was her favorite Casa Vega. If you type Hillary Duff Casa Vega, it's like a coco mojito or something.
Oh, molcajete.
Molcajete. That's her favorite. She goes to Casa Vega, molcajete, because it's kids friendly and it's delicious. It is a Valley staple if you're ever in Studio City. Check it out.
Well, I guess more questions gone wrong at the Vanity Fair Oscar party. Unexpectedly, damn, did I manifest? And FLOPCAST, we were talking about how Jake Shane is like so lovable, never any controversy.
Oh, you jinxed him.
Well, I think mostly it was Paige and Molly because they said they do. Anyone they talk about does end up like having a flop like right after because. It was like the contrast of like, we kind of pick the it girls, like everyone we try to get, pick up like has the meteoric rise. Mm-hmm. I guess theirs have a meteoric fall, which is kind of on brand, I suppose. Although this not too bad for Jake Shane, but he was one of the red carpet interviewers for the Vanity Fair Oscar party with Brittany Broski and Quinn Blackwell.
Huge, love that.
And some people were not feeling his questions. Specifically, he had an interaction with Julia Fox, and he's been getting roasted for the past 12 hours because
I did see this one. I saw this on Twitter. Where are most people roasting him? Twitter, TikTok?
I think Twitter.
Discussion boards,
Discord. Discussion. Forums, internet forums,
MySpace.
Town halls.
I don't know, wherever people talk about stuff.
The water coolers.
The water cooler, yeah. The office chatter. The Paul Revere running on the horse.
I love that one. How I found out.
It's kind of that tease, yep.
Okay, where's he getting roasted? Everywhere?
I've seen it mostly on Twitter.
Okay, that's where I saw the video. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I guess, first of all, context, Twitter is diabolical. Usually.
Twitter will always be riled up about something, that's for sure.
That's why I love that I'm shadow banned. No one sees me.
Yeah, because you just be tweeting for, me and the 12 other people.
Yes, literally. Nobody. No, there's 3 people that always respond to me, and then there's like one of those 3 is like been a hater for like literally 15 years. It's like a question mark, and it's just this question mark is still there, and I'm like, and always says something nasty, and I'm always like, and I never want to like subtweet or anything, but I'm just like, this is so weird. You've been here for like literally 15 years just tweeting.
Notifications on.
Yeah, like just cankles. Like just like always something nasty. I was like, okay. And it's only one. It's only one. I said many. Now there's one. And, my 4 Twitter replies that she's always one or he or whatever the question mark is. But questioning, I suppose. And LGBTQ plus questioning.
At a certain point, it is just like, girl, you good, mama?
No, she's not. Yeah, clearly. She's not. That's why I don't have to. Yeah. I mean, you could find only 3 people
that
reply.
In 15 years, they did not find a partner live or had kids
something
or
to
anything.
get you to move on.
I mean, I hope they did it for everyone else.
We know they didn't.
They're still could you imagine this person just has like a full-on family and it's just like a teacher or something and you're just like, what the hell is your problem?
double life, like the criminal minds of it all.
Yeah, that does happen. But my sympathy for this question mark, although you know what? I admire the persistence. The enthusiasm after 15 years. Most people have fallen off, all the haters.
That's true, yeah.
But she's holding on. Or he.
I didn't see the video with Jake. What happened? Like, what did he do?
So he had this bit that he was doing during the red carpet when he was talking to stars about like the movies that were nominated. So when Quen and Jake were interviewing Julia Fox, they were talking about their favorite movies that were getting nominated at the Oscars, and Julia Fox talked about a movie that she loved that was called If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, and Rose Byrne was nominated for Best Actress because of her performance in that film. And the movie itself, I know Rose Byrne was nominated for it. I've heard it was great. I didn't know much about it, but
yeah, I'd never heard of it.
The movie itself is a drama that focuses on the complexities of motherhood. And Rose Byrne is a burnt out and overwhelmed mother and therapist named Linda, whose life falls apart while caring for her sick daughter. And her husband works away, and she's pushed to her limits as their daughter's sickness requires nightly supplemental feeding through a tube and daily trips to a hospital. So it's kind of an intense drama. Obviously, the social commentary of like how mothers have to show up in every aspect of life, like as they have to obviously care for their child. They have to also work and provide, they have to be basically everything. But Jake kept making this joke about the movie. So when Julia Fox said that, like, that was her favorite movie, he said, but do you think the kid was annoying? That kid was so damn annoying. And it's the kid that's sick. And it's like, oh, that's not.
I mean, I'm assuming he hasn't seen it or knows about the movie. Or I guess he knew about the movie. He said the kid's annoying.
I know. That's what it's like, kind of specific. And also, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like he just came up with that bit. You can't really blame that one on the writers. It's not like reading the card. That kid was annoying, right? You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yikes.
And Julia Fox was like, I mean, we'll also have Jimmy play the clip so you can really get it. But Julia Fox was trying to like educate them a little bit and was like if
I had legs, I'd kick you. Wow.
Really good.
Like
really good.
Every mother's story, especially.
You think the kid was annoying?
No, I can't.
Yeah, you know that kid was so damn annoying.
I know, but she had issues. It's society's fault. It sets mothers up to fail. Even the fact that like school gets out at 3, but most jobs are done at 5 or 6. Like,
no, she had issues, and she was explaining that like it's not the mother's fault or the child's fault, it's society's fault. It sets mothers up to fail. Even the fact that schools get out at 3, but most jobs are done at 5 or 6. All those little things are not conductive to mothering. Like basically society just makes it harder for mothers to like succeed. And
she's a single mom, right?
Yeah. And Quen was like, that makes sense. Like Julia Fox for president. And Julia said that maybe the interview had dragged on a little bit after that, which was like, yeah.
She felt it. But again, I think it's a rightfully so one. It's like a Timothy moment where it's like, I think it needs to be drugged out a little more.
Oh, that's not, yeah. And also, obviously, there's, within the past, I guess maybe year or 2 years, there's obviously been more and more discourse about like influencers as interviewers on the red carpet. I think it's one of those things where like time and place, like sometimes it works really, really well. And I think for the Oscars though, because it is like I would not be a good fit for the Vanity Fair red carpet because I've only seen 2 of the films.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like, I know that's not my tea because I can't really speak to film like that or cinema like that. You know what I mean? If it was the Teen Choice Awards, I could run that thing like the Navy. Like I would be having the most like in-depth, amazing interviews.
Yes.
Time and place.
Yes.
And Jake Shane that's why I'm like, Jake Shane is a good interviewer because he has a very successful podcast and everyone, like all celebrities love going to it. So I think it just didn't work in this like instance. But
yeah, he said that on the Rolling Stone. He's like, I would never compare myself to being a journalist. Like, not at all. Like, that's not. It's the opposite. It's I want people to feel relaxed. And like, I think the Rolling Stone interviewer asked him like, oh, do you think people come to you just to avoid like traditional outlets? He's like, that's fine if they do. Like, I don't care. So like, he knows. He's like aware. We were talking about this right before too. It's like I do think sometimes, and I'm with you. I don't know if I'm the right. Would I take it? Yes. If Vanity Fair is like, will you host? Yes. Will I probably flop or not flop, but put my foot in my mouth? Yes, I probably 100% would. I've done that, and multiple red carpets already. They asked me to actually check my availability. They didn't ask me to see if I would host the red carpet for. There's a Women in Music Awards coming up.
Billboard.
Yeah, but I don't know. music artist. So I felt like you, where I'm kind of like,
I would train you up and down.
but even then, because like Wicked is like, that's where I belong. Even then, they're
no,
like,
but guess who the artist they're selling?
they told me it's like Zara Larson, and it was,
I think it's Huntrix too.
oh, I didn't see that on there.
Yeah.
I just feel like I just know, like I remember at Wicked, Jimmy Fallon was coming, like interview Jimmy, and I was like, I don't know anything about him, and I just remember being like so awful at that, like because I didn't know so many people. Where I probably should have done a Jimmy Fallon. He was coming down, he would have done it, and I just feel like I would miss it. I think I kind of felt that a little bit, loved the moment, but there were times like, okay, I interviewed this person, and I'm just like, and everyone was gagged, and everyone's like, that's that person, and I was just like, okay, I need to. So I'm like, I'm scrambling, and I'm just like, not.
I do get it. Also, because like
You
I'm a
know?
girl with social anxiety too, and like working carpets especially because like
Yeah.
it's such an eclectic mix of people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That like, and I feel like it's a very apparent because for like entertainment stuff, it'd be like we would get the list of like the stars we know are coming, and then but the carpets, there's just like so many other people that just show up
Yes.
that they just like send invites to, and then it's kind of a surprise, like they're not on the tip sheet or anything, like you're not
Yeah.
prepared. So like you have general event questions, but I feel like it's always like obvious. Like it was always cringy to me to ask like a general like event question.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I feel like they know that I don't really know everything.
No,
so it's like
the
uncomfortable
worst.
for both of us.
That's
Yeah.
that's exactly how I felt too.
Yes.
Someone's like, oh my God, they're so gaggy, like interviewed them. And I'm just like, what's brat about you?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it's just like, oh, and it's like, yeah, of course, that's like not a good interview. And I will say this also too, is like, I do think, yeah, internet humor or like what works on a podcast, obviously us and stuff like that, like doesn't. The other thing I got tapped on the elbow for all the time at the moment was like I asked too many questions, like because it's too long winded. Like it's supposed to be quick and snappy. You get two
Yeah.
questions, and so that's why by the time I got to Charlie or Chapel, I was like, I'm just gonna ask one question, not bother them. Even though like a person who's in the field would be like, no, I'm not gonna like let you go until you like keep talking. So like, yeah, I do think. Because he does those jokes, obviously, like the Ed Sheeran one I come to think of, right? Where he talks about his grandma,
Yeah.
legs don't work like they used to. And he's like, ha! He's like, it's about my grandma. I was like, oh. And everyone loved it. It was a gag. It was a viral clip. So in my head, he's probably thinking to recreate a moment like that.
Yeah.
And came across, obviously. And then, obviously, when you hear the way Julia Fox spoke, you're just like, oh, that was not it. And not that, like you said, time and place. And, he probably was just trying to be funny.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
doesn't translate. And it's Vanity Fair. Honestly, like, yes, always take the opportunity. I think Kris Jenner asked him, how'd you get this gig?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm incredible.
How did you get this gig? I love it.
I
Hi.
don't know, honestly.
Yeah, she walked up to Quen and Jake and was like, how did you get this gig? And he was like,
I don't
honestly,
know.
I have no idea, which is funny.
No,
but
and that's how I would feel too. And Jake's obviously so much bigger. He has his own TV show, and he is like the moment right now. And like you wouldn't say no. Like if Vanity Fair asked me, I'm like, I'm not gonna say no. But yeah, you just kind of. Kris Jenner's so funny. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I know I would be so many of these moments if I was on a big red carpet.
Well, the gag is he did it again too, because Damson Idris came up and then also said his favorite movie was If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. And he's like, yeah, but the daughter was really annoying.
No, someone must have told him. I feel like someone must have told. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt, Jake. I think someone, because there was one on the red carpet that they gave us. They kept giving me something to ask. I'm like, oh, I don't know, like.
But
I'm hoping.
I think he would have said, because he threw the writers under the bus in a separate instance where he was interviewing Louis Pullman, and he, I don't know if Louis is still dating Kaya Gerber, but he brought it up. He's like, oh, we were just in Mexico together because Jake is best friends with Kaya Gerber. Kaya's dating Louis Pullman. So like they were already like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like they were instantly like BFFs. And then he asked a question. He was like, when we were in Mexico, like, did you have a good time with me? Or were you guys like, did you have like a group text without me talking behind my back? And Louis was like, Jake, I love you. I would never say that. And Jake goes, yeah, I know. It was just written on my card. So like threw the writers under the bus instantly. So I think if he struck out twice, I feel like he would blame the writers. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe Jake will come forward and just speak his truth, but I don't know.
He hasn't said anything since.
I don't think so, no.
And he said the exact same thing? Like that
exact same thing. The daughter's annoying. And Damson Idris is like, I didn't really see that. Like, it was really awkward.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
yeah.
no.
So he did it twice, which is a little nuts. Yeah.
No, once one thing's not working, I did learn that. I've done 2 carpets, and that one I learned. One thing's not working, we pivot. We're like, not that one.
But also, again, me playing both sides. But also, it's like so overstimulating, and there's so many people. Also, they're live, so you have so many things like in your ear that it's also hard to be present and like take it in and adapt, because it's just like so fast. So many people tossing to Brittany Broski, then you're coming back, and then you're commenting on who's walking up. Like, It is a lot. So
Oh, I know. I feel when it's like it comes to sensitive movies or movies about like, you know, politically charged, racially charged, like there's like you always say time and sensitivities
yes.
that I know I don't know if I'd pick up on. I'm not that like keen to do it. I'm not that experienced. So I think Jake Shane might fall into that category, especially like it's something like motherhood, right? Like it's like if you're not that was always my pet peeve too. It's not pet peeve, but like, I'm making it about me right now. But like when I did the like gave birth and stuff, and everyone's like, oh my God, like men would comment like, I can't believe she took drugs, or I can't believe she did this. It's like, you don't know. You have no idea, you know? And it's like, but I would also put myself in that category with so many other things like One Bad Off Another or like Sinners. Like obviously like I can appreciate the movies for what they are, but I don't know if I'm like quippy enough to like make a quick little joke about them. I'm sure there's jokes in there somewhere, but like I'm not gonna make them, you know what I mean? I think it's like knowing that. But I love Jake. We talk about this all the time, how like you get really big and like lifted up to be like, you know, then kind of people want to drag you down a little bit.
Pendulum.
And you give them those moments, right? Everyone has these moments like Timothée Chalamet or something like that. And when you give that moment, people are going to use it. They're going to be like, actually, it was bad. I mean, that's bad. I don't make the excuse for that. That's bad. It's such a stupid comment or joke or whatever. But I do think people love to tear down when they can see a moment.
Kind of learning curve though. I think it was trying to be a little bit maybe like Mary Beth at the Golden Globes that she did?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Where she but you could tell she was also very prepared. Also, she's a stand-up comedian.
Yes, it's so different.
It's so different.
Yes. I agree. Because people are like, Trisha, you're funny or whatever. But it's like, I'm not like stand-up comedy funny where I'm going to be just like with the jokes and the delivery.
And
like
very
it's just
prepared.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to be really prepared. And yeah, she was good. It's very, I think Jake Shane said in the same Rolling Stone, he used to watch like Joan Rivers all the time and like loved her. So maybe trying to give
a little bit of
his
that.
spin on it.
Yeah.
But it's very few. Again, you have to be a certain kind of, you have to be Joan Rivers or something to do that because it's like very few can pull off.
Yeah. But I gotta Quen Blackwell though is such a key. Like she was cracking me up in all these clips I've seen because also when it was the same interview the Damson Idris one, but he walked away and she was like, it was so like candid that I was almost like, does she know that it's still live? Because she was like, girl, and she was like, he was like, and Jake was kind of confused, and she goes, let me give you the tea. Like I slid into his DMs when I was 21 and he left it on scene, and then I saw him out in a club like a year later and he just came up to me and was like, saw your DMs, and then walked away. And then before the interview, when Damson came out to do the interview with Jake and Quen, he like whispered her, she's like, he came up to me and he said, now let's don't get cheeky.
This is all on the mic?
Yeah, I saw it.
Hot mic.
Enjoy. We'll see you in there. Girl.
Did I just interrupt?
He came up to me. He came up to me. He said, let's not be cheeky. Babe, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. What does that even mean?
I thought you were from Texas.
I am from Texas. I think the issue is I slid in his DMs when I was like 21, oh my God, you're so cute. And then I saw him one time outside of a party and he's like, I saw your DM.
No!
I was like, babe, please.
Stick mic up in her mouth.
Oh,
and
so she's
was
saying it like this. Saying,
Yeah.
oh, so 20.
At first she was like kind of flustered. She was like laughing, and I couldn't tell like do they know like the camera's still on them, because they're going back and forth between like the carpet where the celebrities are coming, their platform.
Yeah, because she was
and then
talking to
Britney.
him. He left,
Yes.
and then she was telling him the whole story. So probably they thought, okay, he
Oh, you
left.
think it was a Hoff?
I couldn't tell.
You
Yeah,
think they thought it was off?
Or maybe like she thought it was at first, and then she was like, at this point, let me just spill all the tea.
Because it's different if you're like this versus like.
At first it was like off, because also like Damson like gave her the microphone, and like so it was like awkward, and then she didn't.
She
not
was
supposed to
walking
take
all over
it.
the place
Yeah.
telling the story.
And then she was like the two, and she's kind of confused, like what just happened. It was so
I
funny
think
to
that's
me.
the great thing about like live stuff is just like it is a little like messy and like can be a. Like Conan too, like he had a moment where he was just like talking to the audience and be like, oh, almost done or whatever, and then it's like, oh, we're back or whatever. He's just like, oh, he's like, are we back? You never know. You know, it's like it's very live is just messy, which is why I never live stream nothing. Like, oh my God, if this was live, if anything was no, absolutely not. Live is the worst thing for anybody and everybody. It's like absolutely not.
It was killing me. And then there's also a moment where Paula Anthony Kelly from Love Story, they interviewed
Love Story.
The
Love Story.
Kennedy show.
Oh,
The
people
main
really
guy.
love him, huh?
Yeah, and he's like just so classically handsome. And they Jake and Quen interview, and Quen's face, like she is just like foaming at the mouth, like she is like she can't even like contain herself because she knows damn well he is so hot, and also like she is beautiful too. So I'm like, if anyone kind of has a chance with any of these stars, it kind of is Quentin Blackwell, because
he is
she's
married.
Like,
but
he is.
He is married. Yes.
Damn, sorry, girl.
Yeah, but they would have been cute. Yes.
Because she is just like, and they kept like making weird like eye contact here and there. Granted, he's answering their questions, so what else is he gonna do? But Quen was like,
they made eye contact. Just being
me playing both sides at the time, and like she is just like you can tell she is
smitten.
Yes. And like
it's hard to hide.
It's hard to hide. I'd be the same, girl. Me with Hassan Piker on Fear and I'm just like.
Yeah, there's certain people, it's like, that you don't know would take you aback. You know, I thought like at Wicked it'd be Jonathan Bailey, and then like Jeff Goldblum, and you're like, wow, he's so charming.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who are like charming in person. And I guess if you're single, that is the place. Like that's where like Juliana Rancic met Bill. Like those are the only people I can think of. But she was like,
yeah, okay.
Who else has interviewed someone and like, fall in love? Maybe Chicken Shop Date Girl. She probably, was it Andrew Garfield? Everyone was like suspecting. So like it could happen. I mean, if you're single, that's why I'm kind of glad I'm at where I'm at in my career now, like married, because I feel like if I was single doing these, I'd be like diabolical. If I was like single on these like red carpets, I'd probably be like, wow, like here's my number. Like I'd probably be like so crazy. So I think I'm right place, right time, because
now you
they
can
hold
tell
us together.
Connor's story. Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Also, just being old. This is one thing I wish old men had, or even middle-aged men had. It's just like the sense to know like you're old and they're young.
Yeah,
like
it's past.
It's
no
past.
opportunity. Yeah.
God, just these
Let
men.
it go. Yeah.
Did you watch any of
Age of Attraction?
Yeah.
No.
Disgusting. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's awful. It's vile. Honestly, I don't know like why them hosting it is so crazy to me. Why are they doing interviews? Everything they say, I don't know why they have a podcast. Honestly, they just need like go do your I don't know what else they do. Producing, I don't know. Whatever else you do that, because like I'm not a hater, right? They have a baby. It worked for them. Great. But every time I see an interview is like makes me even more like physically sick when Nick Viall will be like, they did something. They were doing, I don't know, did they do junkets for the show?
They did junkets, yeah.
And he's just like, she pursued me. And I was like, no. Like, I was like, I don't think I can do this. But she was like, persistent. And I was like, he's like, all my friends were like, no, I don't know about Natalie. We love her. But good thing I didn't listen to them because she, but I had my reservations. I was like, I don't know. I don't think I should, But she was, I hate when older guys say that. She was 19, 20, whatever you want to say, 19. It gives me the ick. It gives me the ick so much. And on that show, we watched I think we watched like the first half of it. And then I just saw the spoilers of when the guy's like, I'm 60 to like the 25-year-old. And she's just like, like what? Like, it's just, and he looked good. He looked good for his age. It's not anything about how they look. It's just like the fact that like, they know a 6-year-old knows a young girl. He always just kind of get too. I thought you were older, he says. It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
you see that baby. She looks like a baby. I see a Connor Hudson. It's like they're babies. Like, are they your age? I don't know. Or younger.
They're like 24.
Oh, okay. That's in my head. That's what I thought. I was like, maybe if it's your age even, because I look at you as young. But them, I'm like, oh, they're babies. Like, they're actual babies. You know what I mean? So it's like, these men, and it's mostly the men. I mean, there's some women on there, but they try to like go with the older guys. The women too. I'm always like, I'm double standard, whatever. But they're just the show is like so gross in so many ways. And I'm just like, I don't know. This is actually worse because you're actually being like, hey, here's a show where no one's going to judge you based on dating a younger person, but like, go ahead and do that as if it's okay. It's just like, it's actually like the most disgusting show I've ever seen. I don't get it. Like, why are we doing this? 60 with a 23-year-old. The age range is crazy. If you're gonna do an age range, maybe do 25 to like 45, I suppose. I don't know. I guess that's, I think that's enough salaciousness for it. What is it, 22 to like 60?
Yeah.
That's gross. That's disgusting. And you're a predator if you're on that show. Like, you are. Like, especially when you're 60. He seemed like a nice guy. He looked great. I get it. My question is, why is a 60-year-old who's so successful and has it all together can't date someone 50, 45?
If you bought your house for a nickel and there was no color on the TV, like, let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. Yes. Let's go to like a 40-year-old.
Yes.
That's young.
If you were finding out news via Paul Revere throwing the newspaper at your door, so I do love that. That is kind of the reference in my head right now. Like, if there was no, like, literally, if you had to find out about the goss at like the water fountain at your work in the cafeteria, like you gotta let it go.
That's where you got if you're finding the gossip on the threads on the message boards.
Yes, on the forums.
Oh God, I hate it. I hate it so much. In every interview I see, I just hate it more. And I'm like trying not to be a hater. Like I really do. Sometimes I'm like, just let things go. Like, you know, like who cares? Like let them live their lives. That's how I'm trying to be like with everyone. But then I just keep seeing it and it's like shoved down my face and it's giving. I know you didn't watch Mormon Wives, did you?
No.
Oh my gosh, I should have texted you to watch. I am also glued to this. I'll keep it light, but again, like I don't know. Reality TV is exploitative for sure. I guess maybe this is where I think I'm just too old. I think I'm just like too old because I'm just like I watch these shows and I'm just like, who's watching this? Who's like I love watching people in toxic relationships. Like I love Taylor Frankie Paul. I'm so seated for her. But like, oh my God, this season I wish you would watch it. I wish you could get into it because I was talking about it with Glam earlier. Tony watches it and I was just like, it's so frustrating. Like I love her so much and she's actually so frustrating like to watch and just be so toxic with like her baby daddy who's like, I don't like you. We're not gonna have a chance. I'm going on The Bachelorette. By to being like you slept with her, like how was, and she has like kids and stuff. She has a kid with him. She's leaving for the Bachelorette the next day, by the way. So the next day she sleeps with her baby daddy that she's still in love with, that she keeps going back and forth with, and I'm like, I get it.
That, yeah.
It's like a little like, you know, it's maybe just like clout to go on the Bachelorette, maybe whatever, but there could be like some real guys in there for it. There could be someone good there, but you're like stuck on someone's like Dakota comes into this. I don't know. The whole thing is like, and again, they're in their 30s. They're so grown. And I'm just like, ugh. I love it. I'm seated for the other girls on it. We were supposed to have Layla on last week, but her schedule got pushed around. And I love the show, but damn, these reality shows, not for me. Not for me. I wish I could. Love is Blind. It's okay, but even that, it's like the guys are awful. Like, give me a reality show. I feel like people would like to watch a happy reality show. What's the one? Love on the Spectrum? We love that show. We love seeing people in love. You know what I mean? Like, well, let's get more of that. Let's get Whitney and Connor a spinoff, Keeping Up with the Love. It's like, I want more of that. Even the Kardashians, I'm like, you know what? Let's just see them live fancy lives. You know what I mean? That's what we like to see. I don't know, the drama of it all. I get so over it. It makes me sad. I don't know. I'm just going to watch The Bachelorette, I guess. But I just am like so pissed. It makes me so mad, especially for her because she's so pretty. And like she is so great, but she is just like the worst to everyone around her and just awful.
And people are feeling bad for all the guys going to The Bachelorette. They're going there thinking they might meet someone.
Yes.
Only for her at the end to go back to her Dakota, is his name?
Yeah. And you know they are because they had to pause filming today. They paused filming on season 5 because something between her and Dakota was too tumultuous. So you mean you filmed the entire Bachelorette because Jesse was like, this is a crazy season. You filmed the entire thing and you're already talking to Dakota again like that, like where you're causing a fight. Co-parenting I get, but you're causing a fight where like production has to stop and like everyone else on the show has to suffer because of you guys just being so immature. And they try to play it off like acting and oh my God, you guys believe in everything you see. It's like, no, like this is all real. Whether it's real or fake, you look stupid. You're like hurting the jobs of everybody else on the show. Like it's not. Taylor Frankie Paul is the reason the show is successful. But I'd be fine to like see her without it this next season, especially Dakota. Gotta go. All the men go, except for Connor. Everyone else needs to go because that other one, Jen Affleck's man. See anything about this? You haven't seen any clips. Oh my God. Did I send you this clip? I sent it to you because it made me think of you. Jen and Whitney were on Dancing with the Stars, and they just show a little bit of it, but I don't even know his name. I do not know his name. The blonde one who looks like a toe that's married to Jen Affleck. He was so... Okay, so Whitney's husband, Connor, is just like, you know, he basically like quit his job or work from home or something now to support her to go to LA. They both had to like move to LA. And, you know, they both have 3 kids, each of these families, whatever. And he's so supportive and he's like, you know, wearing team, you know, Whitney Mark shirts. The other guy, he gets jealous because Jen is dancing with her partner, Jan, in front of like the Sleeping Beauty castle. And he's like, I don't really, you know, like you're not being a mom to our kids. Instead you're going to do dances in front of a castle with Jan. And it's like, she's on a competition show where people are voting for her. What's Disney week, everyone's at Disneyland. Like he was so jealous. He was so ugly looking. He's just like, oh, the kids miss you and the kids this. And then she's like, well, if I move to LA, like what that's, he's like, yeah, that would, like, why would we do that? Like he was so ugly, so awful. They were so ugly and awful to Whitney. She's like, Broadway was my dream. When he's like, do you own that dream? No, you don't. Like it is so toxic, this show. And I just had to start watching just clips because I started watching the first couple episodes and I was like, I can't do this anymore. But the men on the show, I will say, the women are wonderful. The men on the show are awful. Layla talked about using a GLP-1 and she's like, she's tiny. She's like 100 pounds and even more. And then one of the Mormon wives were like, hey, do you ever think you would stop using a GLP-1? She's like, I can't. Like, and she talks about it like she's just like addicted to it and like can't. And obviously her boyfriend too, who's like 24, trying to be like, oh, the kids are manipulating you. Like, Like these men are. You have to watch it. I know you don't have to watch
You're
it.
kind of selling it to me though. I fear.
Me too. I haven't watched one season before this season 4. I know, and unfortunately, everyone's gonna watch it now because I started watching it too.
Yeah, you're actually.
I know.
I fear you're selling it to me. I think
You have to watch.
Yeah, because there is just something about mess, like the voyeur,
Yes.
and I'm so curious and nosy. I fear that's why I watch 90 Day Fiance. Like I am just nosy.
It's giving same tease, and like I'm with you. I like mess. I know why people like mess, right? Because it's like you're watching it, it's like, oh, thank God that's not us. Like we're the normal ones over here, and then like I get it. We like to watch it. It's cute. It's cute until it's toxic, and that's where I don't like Taylor and because like Jen and her man just go be toxic together. Like at least you're out of the dating pool. Like go be like weird together. Taylor and whatever, they're like they're entangling everyone else and their kids and the mom, and she's like flying someone out from TikTok, and it just looks, and no one around her is being like, hey, this is weird, as opposed to everyone else is like reading Jen right now being like, that was weird, because she was like, oh, Whitney, we were never friends, why would I ever congratulate you on Chicago? And when he's like, you stayed with us in our Airbnb in LA, like it was so crazy and so diabolical. And I do love it. The women are fierce, the men are actual slosh. And I feel even to Jen, like I don't know, that husband
Zach,
that's his name. He looks like a toe. He looks like a toe. And I don't speculate, but I think what they're saying might be right. What other people are saying, not me. And it's true. And maybe he's just not happy with himself. And there is something to it, because he is just a miserable. He has no hobbies. And by the way, Case, I need to also point out, Connor had a job. He was like a technical analyst before. Okay, so he started a job. Whitney was a stay-at-home mom. It's obviously switched now because Whitney's an influencer. Zach, have you ever been employed? Never. We have never seen you employed, sir. What are you complaining about? He is just like so like stressed about her like being a rising star. It's like you're finally getting to eat because of the Mormon Wives. You know what I mean? Like you're finally able to do something, and he's just like so like, well, what about me? And it's like,
he
what
does
about
have his
you?
manager as his like email contact in his bio, which is so funny.
He has a manager?
Yeah.
Is it real? Look up the. There's no way it's real.
I think so.
It's literally him. It's literally just like him being like, hey, this is Alex. I'm Zach's manager. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, it's like a real
There's a lot
company.
of different levels of management.
We learned that. Yes, there is levels of management.
Well, it is one of the ones where they have their own domain and everything.
Well, I've been with those two, and they've been a little sus. They've been sus. Well, I'm going to email him. I'm going to see what he's doing.
Reach out for a statement.
What's the rate card? I need to know what that rate card is. You know what I mean? Because like Jen is doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Okay, like she was doing stuff, so I don't know why she was just being like a hater. She was a good dancer. She was being a hater. And Connor was so supportive the whole time of marking her. And it's just like, and Connor is doing magic tricks. He's like, yeah, now that I'm like a stay-at-home dad, like I'm doing hobbies, I'm doing magic tricks. And Zach is just looking at him like what's your passion, Zach? I don't know. The whole thing is just awful. The other men I don't even know. I don't know. One's getting divorced. They've been together since they were like 16. They're getting divorced. I don't know. They're all just awful. As Wendy Williams once said, denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay. That's just a quote I like. It has nothing to do with what we just said, but he's awful. I'm sorry. If you're awful, it's like Timothy with the ballet. Like, if you're going to be awful, just expect a little repercussions. And by the way, before any of the Mormon wives are like, we need some privacy. You guys don't even know. We don't believe everything you see on TV. No, if you put your lives on TV, that's the whole point, is for a discourse, a discussion. And guess what? Everyone's watching it more because everyone's discussing it. But the ones that are like, don't talk about us. What do you mean? You just put your entire affair on camera with Harry Jowsey. Harry Jowsey makes an appearance.
I did hear about that as well, yeah.
He did. He made a statement. Did you see his statement?
No.
He's like, he didn't know because he was in the Taylor Dakota warfare.
I saw the headline, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, and he's like, they were in town for LA or Dancing with the Stars. He's like, I just came over. I had no idea what was happening. He's like, I went in the back. Taylor and Dakota were fighting. So I was like, let's do an egg race. So then he went into the kitchen to get eggs, and then they were there fighting. And he's like, okay, I'm just gonna like leave. He's like, I didn't even know any of the lore, what was happening. It was so weird. She invited him over to make Dakota jealous, but then her TikTok fling that she was gonna hook up with was there too. I'm like, girl, it's not cute. Taylor, everyone loves you. You're gonna be the Bachelorette. They should have given the Bachelorette to Layla because she really wants to find love with her 2 kids. But everyone loves you, Taylor. Like, everyone loves her so much. She has such pretty privilege that people look past all her bad behaviors. So much pretty privilege. But if this was like a guy going on The Bachelor and like hooking up with like his ex on TV right before, and like,
that's true.
Everybody would be up in arms.
Happened. That obviously they weren't like famous before, but I think it came out where like someone was hooking up with like their ex right before or whatever, and it was like a whole thing. It was like a whole explosive thing at like the tell-all.
Yes,
you know?
And that was someone private with a private person.
Yeah.
This is Taylor Frankie Paul on the
public figure,
biggest one
reality star,
on the Synergy, by the way, on the Synergy Disney Hulu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing, and it's like I just
mind you, the Lizzie McGuire reboot was too mature for her age.
Because there was a cheating scandal on there. Because Lizzie McGuire, someone cheated. Oh no, we can't air that. What do you mean? All we're doing
Too
is
much
watching.
for Hulu. Yeah,
we're just watching. This whole show started because of soft swinging and divorces and marriages happening all the time. And just like, what do you mean? This is what we're watching. This is what we want. We want to see Lizzie cheat on Gordo. This is what, and at least it's fiction. At least we could be like, okay, it's just characters, it's fine. This one is like real, and it's just like, what? It's a mess. I am seated, but I don't like Taylor and Dakota, and I wish I could boycott. Maybe I'll boycott. I'll watch The Bachelor. I just can't stand them. I used to be Team Dakota, but honestly, and I don't blame her. Her mom's a mess. She's on the show. Her mom is horrible to her. Like she obviously is a product of like her upbringing, but it just, she has everything. You have everything, girl. Everyone still loves you. Everyone loves you. Okay, but like, what are you doing? I'm annoyed. I was annoyed by it, and I had no one to talk about it with. I did a TikTok Friday night before getting ready for our sushi date, and I think I was talking to the Abyss because I think I was shadow banned. Sometimes my TikTok is like 17,000 views. I'm like, I'm leaving it up because I was so annoyed. My whole TikTok was that and the fruits, but other than that, and I really do watch them. I was like, oh, you actually watch those? I was like, yes, I watch those fruits all the time.
You need to boycott those next. Taylor Frankie Paul and then the fruits.
Well, at least it's fictional portrayal, and that's what I'm here for. I know it sucks. It sucks because I do love Taylor and I'm going to watch The Bachelorette, but it's like, I think Dakota needs to go. I think that is it because we all love Taylor. We'll stand her. Get him out. It's like a Chloe and Tristan.
You got to remove yourself from this.
Remove it. And Chloe did nothing wrong. Well, I guess whatever. But in my head, whatever, with her situation with Tristan. But, and it's fine. Co-parent. Like him. We don't need to see him on TV. Same thing with Kanye. Like any of that stuff we don't have to see on TV. And I think that's with Dakota.
You know what? Yeah, T, you make a good point because there comes a time where, like, at first people can sympathize or empathize, but it comes to a point where it's like, girl, I can't help you if you don't help yourself. You got to, at this point, you see it. We all see it. You got to take yourself out of the situation.
Yes.
That's
what, oh my God. Okay, I don't know his name. There's a guy I like follow. He's so funny. And he was talking about Mormon Wives. And he's just like, I was like, how does it affect you? Does it affect you? Does it affect you? He's like, yes, it does affect me because I care about you. And that's how I feel. It's like, we care about this person. Like, it does affect us because you show your children, you show your life, you show all this stuff like that. Like, it does affect us because you are that person that keeps going back to this toxic. Both of them are so toxic to each other, just constantly trying to make each other mad and jealous. And, you know, she's calling out, she's like, did you enjoy the sex? Like, just like crazy. Like, and it's just like, we care about you. But that's what he said. He's like, now I have to just like give it up. Be like, I'm going to be that friend. It's like, yeah, oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow. Like, just that friend that's just like, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to invest anymore. Cause it's just like, it's actually so sad to watch. And it's just sad. I don't know. It's just sad. I feel like people really liked Whitney because I guess I never watched the first seasons. I guess she was a villain in the first couple seasons. I don't know why. I don't know how, but you know, people like her because now it's like she's showing like a different like path, a different whatever that she's on. So it's like we'd love to see a growth. And I think now we're on season 5. I think we need to see some growing and less going back to the same bullshit. Which is like, I don't know. It's just like not cute. Like that's your brand. You know what I mean? You're the Bachelorette. I don't know. I guess they don't care anymore about their. I mean, not just with her in general. Like also guys on there are diabolical. Like some of the guys they've had. I'm like, oh. I mean, Nick Viall was on 2 seasons. I was reading the lore. 2 seasons of Bachelorette. Then like you're gonna be the Bachelor, and I was like, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what's going on over there. All I know is Dancing Star still hasn't casted me, and I was always told I'm too controversial, but. Those Mormon wives are just wild. They're wilding out there. I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know. It's so annoying. I'm frustrated. I got so mad. I never make TikToks on like current events, but I want to make another one because I was just like, this is crazy. And the jealousy. Oh gosh, the jealousy of One thing I've learned from Tana. My favorite lesson I learned from her is she is like truly happy for other people's, like other women's success. Like if someone gets something, I've seen a clip of her and Brooke from a long time ago, and Brooke's talking about how like Pete Davidson, she had like 2 chances to hook up with him. Did you ever see this clip?
No.
I guess he like DM'd her and like they texted a couple times and she like flew to New York to like see him or whatever like that. And like Tana was like, you know, she's like geeking out because she like loves Pete and she's like, oh my God, I'd give anything to like, you know, be with Pete or whatever. obviously like it didn't work out or whatever, but the fact that she goes so hard for like anyone just like getting something and success, like that's what you need to see. I will tell you, as someone who's not always been like that, who's always been jealous, if you are jealous of someone else, which is clearly Jen of Whitney, it's because something's hurting you. There's something in your life that's not making you happy. I'm going to just guess Zach is the number one. But if it's not him, figure out something else. Figure out what is not making you happy, because she is miserable. And I think in juxtaposition, like in the comparison to Whitney and Connor, like I think she was just like, because she is beautiful, she's talented, she's in a Dunkin' commercial with Ben Affleck, like it's cool. Something's not making her happy. Because if you're jealous when she's like, oh, okay, like she's the star of Broadway, okay, I guess she couldn't be the star of our show, she's starring in Broadway, as if it's like, she's starring in Chicago and has broken every single record. She's selling out every single show for like 8 weeks straight. Like it's actually so insane, and it's jealousy, and it doesn't look good on anyone. It doesn't look good on anyone. And I think that was me. I think that's why I had zits and greasy hair. I think I was ugly. I think the ugly was eating me from the inside out because I was jealous. I was bitter. And why was that? Because I was unhappy. Because I wouldn't leave my house. Because I didn't think I was pretty. Because I didn't always shower. You know what I mean? Like those are the reasons I was unhappy. I was depressed. Had to go to therapy, had a mental illness. Like there's so many things that were making me unhappy, and I was so jealous of everyone else. So if someone was doing a boyfriend tag, I was like, ugh, losers. Wow, you're doing a boyfriend tag? You're so pathetic. Are they? Or are they just living life?
Yeah. You wish it was you with the boyfriend.
First guy that ever gave me a little attention. Oh, let's do boyfriend tag, you know? I don't care if you're gay or straight. We're doing it, you know? It's like... Anyways, it's just...
Oh my God.
It's an ugly look. It's ugly.
Yes.
It makes her look ugly. I thought she was so pretty. And I was like, ew, that's such a ugly look. And a lot of those girls are very supportive on there, and we love that. I love women supporting women, but...
You gotta host the reunion or something.
Love it to host that
yeah,
reunion.
you gotta have like the realness.
Yes, because now I am seated. You know what? I will finish it. I only watched the first half, and I was annoyed, but... And I've seen the clips, obviously, of how it ends, but I will host it because I do love, and it comes from a place of love. I do love all those girls, including Jen. This is my Tyra moment. We were all rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. I was
gonna say it is kind of giving that, yeah.
Because like it's true. Like she did Dancing with the Stars 3 months postpartum. She had her last baby when I had Aquaman. And then they did Dancing with the Stars 2 months later. And I was just like, that's so insane that you were able to do that. Like it is, you are going through so much. She's still technically postpartum. There's so much. Oh my. Where are we at? Sorry. Okay. My other thing. So Whitney and her getting a fight. Whitney yells, and my biggest pet peeve is when someone like pokes the bear. Right? They poke the bear. They poke it, and they're like, "Oh, see, you're the one.
Yeah.
Look at you being mad and upset." And it's like, so it made Whitney yell. So then Whitney calls to apologize. It's like, "Hey, sorry, I yelled to Jen. Can we meet up in person?" This is after she gets eliminated, whatever. Whitney's sitting there. This is during the Dancing with the Stars. Jen is eliminated. Whitney's still in rehearsal mode. She's sitting there waiting. Who walks in? Zach. Because her and Jen are supposed to meet. And Zach walks in.
Instead of Jen.
It's like, what are you doing here?
You're selling this to me? Like, I don't know if I'm easily influenced or if you're just the saleswoman of a generation. Because, damn, are you on the marketing or the street team? Because all of a sudden I'm like, hold on now. Me knowing all their names and I had no idea who they were 10 minutes ago.
No, these are all names. Jen, Whitney, Taylor, the most common basic names. I know all of them except for Musty Zach, but now I know him. Okay, so he comes in and she gives him a hug. Everyone in the comment section, we're leaving. No way in hell are we sitting to talk to a man about this. Are you kidding me? And she's like, what are you doing here? He's like, I sent Jen. And like, well, why? And he's like, well, to be honest, you know, she's probably scared you're going to yell at her. I was like, she sat and talked to him. I know. And I was like, what? Excuse me? She's like, well, she goes, well, I called and apologized and said I was sorry. He goes, are you sorry? She's like, but then she's like, but then they go into the conversation, right? After Jen gets eliminated, she goes on live with Jan. And they're like, who are you voting for? And she's like, not Whitney. And so Whitney's like, okay, why would she say that? You know, obviously to like have a, you know, and at the time, people hated Whitney because let's all remind everybody, Whitney and Mark had the highest scores the whole season. They were getting the highest scores up to that point above Robert Irwin, Alex Earl, highest scores. Okay? This all happens. They get eliminated in 6th place, but the highest scores of the leaderboard. So like, obviously it did something. So she has Zach. She goes, well, she could have just said, who are you voting for? Because his excuse was like, oh, he thinks other people deserve it more than you. So she said, okay, I'm voting for Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You don't say not
just
Whitney.
Say Robert Irwin. Like,
yeah, Robert Irwin. And he's like, it wasn't with malice intent. What?
That is literally was the intent.
That's
Girl,
it. What do you
this
say?
is making me irate.
Irate. How are people?
So mad.
Oh my God! It just makes me actually so mad. This guy needs to be booted. He needs to be fired. I feel like if there is. Because the girls are drama on their own. We love it. They can just be drama. The men can just go eat a bag. honestly, because it's just like, what are you doing gaslighting? And then to be like, oh, she was scared, she didn't get, and then he's like, well, she is sorry for it. Is she? Because she's not here. He's like, well, you yelled at her. Well, she's okay, but she's not here. And then it was a whole thing. So when I saw him, as soon as he walked in, I would have been, hell no. If I'm like, you and me are gonna sit down, and then you have your husband come in, hell no, no way. It makes me mad. We hate. I think. I don't know. I think I hate from afar. I don't know you, but.
I can't even tell you what I would have done if I was Whitney.
Tell
I would
me.
have literally walked right out. I know Jen is around here somewhere. I know her sitting in the van out in the parking lot, and I would have just walked my ass up, went to see, peeked in the freaking parking lot, see where the camera's at, because I know she's out here somewhere. Like going like this with little maniacal fingers, thinking that she pulled one over on me. You did not pull one over on me. I am going straight to you. I'm not going to sit here and deal with your shenanigans and your antics and have you have this little laugh at my expense. No, I'm going straight to your.
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, you really thought you were gonna pull one over on me? No, I'm not even gonna give you the pleasure. Because guess what? I could rip into this man that you sent in here, this little clown, this fool, this little rat that you sent in to try to eat me up. I could eat him up, but I'm actually not even gonna waste my time nor effort because it's too damn easy. So actually, I'm gonna walk around, bypass this little one, and I'm going straight to your. And I'm letting you have it because now you just made a fool out of yourself. And I'm going to let you know that you did so. And I'm also going to let the 6 cameras, because guess what? Now we have the camera that's on you and the audio guy that's on you. And we have the audio guy and the cameraman who's on me sitting inside. And guess what? Now I'm going to walk over with them. I'm going to say, come on, you guys, walk over. Yeah. And now we have more angles.
Yes.
So I can really get into you. 360. Like, I actually am so mad, and I haven't even watched the show. I don't even know any of these people's faces, but I'm, like, so upset.
Oh, I know. And the faces, that's, okay. And then Zach goes on to social media this past week and calls Whitney a narcissist in a comment, but quickly deleted it because the comments chewed his ass. They ate him up. But Whitney, she gets on something. I don't know what she's on. She's not on TikTok. It's something that someone re-uploads. She's like on live. She's Shane Dawson on live. She's like live responding to this comment because it deleted. She goes, he deleted it. Otherwise, I would have responded directly to that comment. But let me just respond here. And she goes, usually I'm not good with the clapbacks or whatever like that. But he called her narcissist. He's like, how are you diagnosing anybody when you dropped out of medical school? And I was like, period. She ate him up. And I was like, very, very true. What are you doing with your life, actually? And to call her a narcissist is crazy. Jen doubled down on the show and was like, I stand by it. She was friends with this girl that didn't like me, whatever. But now in interviews in their little junket where the 6 of them are sitting, now Jen likes to be like, well, I was just sad after I got eliminated and you would be too and you wouldn't want to go to that lunch. It's like, no. No. You know why? You've been doubling down multiple times saying Whitney is the evil. But then when you saw that no one else was on your side, I think they thought they were going to eat and everyone was going to be on their side and no one was on their side.
They wanted to switch up and save a little face.
Yes. And now she's like, yeah, I was just like really sad. Whitney probably wouldn't do it.
Don't come here and pull the mental health card on me after you just did all these antics.
That part. Yeah. Don't be a gaslighter, manipulator, and then be like, okay, my mental health. It's like, okay, no, it's like, I mean, maybe they probably have some mental health problems is what I'm guessing.
But if it actually went the way that they wanted, they wouldn't care about Whitney's mental health at all.
That part.
So don't come here and play the mental health part with me when all because it's not working in your favor.
That part. And also, get help, okay? Like, if you're, like, terrorizing people and stuff like that, it's because of your mental illness, i.e. me, like, get help. Because, like, just because you're mentally ill and hurt doesn't mean you can, like, hurt other people who also, everyone has mental health issues, by the way. I think everybody has some sort of something, whether it's anxiety, depression, there's something, okay? There's no one that's like, I am perfectly sane all the time. Like, absolutely not. So you can't just go around being diabolical to people and being like, not Whitney. And, like, all this stuff in the competition, it's heightened, it's all this stuff like that. It's just, like, you can't be awful and then just be like, actually, I was just got eliminated. I was going through a mental health thing. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Maybe, but also get help. And it's like, that's it. So I don't know. It was stressful. I almost drank this weekend. I almost had a sake.
That really pushed you.
I had an apple juice on the rocks. I said, get those scotch glasses out. And it did take the edge off. Yes, it did. It did take the edge off a little bit.
Thank God she's Mormon. She doesn't drink.
Yeah. That's right. And that's the craziest part. None of these people, and that's what Harry Jowsey said. He's like, nobody was drunk, but everyone was yelling. And I was like, yeah, that's the scariest, actually.
When Harry Jowsey is the most rational man in the room, that's how you know we've really reached new lows.
Yes, he said that. He's like, I just like left because I was trying to lighten the mood and be like, let's do like an egg race or something. And he's like, I just left because I like don't know what was happening. And I'm like, that's terrifying, actually, that you said Harry Jowsey is like
the mature one.
Yeah.
But Harold Jowsey, the voice of reason, that's when you know you truly need to like get it together.
Get it together.
That should be the wake up call, truly.
Yes.
This is nuts. This is so
It's crazy. Watch it. It's worth it. Season 4 is worth it. I haven't watched the other seasons. I don't know if I want to watch the other seasons. This season is just like, maybe I should to get more backstory because everyone's like, Taylor's always been this awful. People are now just like realizing it now or whatever. I don't know. But I want to see why Whitney was the bad one. Like, I need to know. Obviously, there's a couple divorcing right now, Macy and someone else. And I need to know their lore. But honestly, all these guys are just awful. The men are awful. They're awful. They're awful.
This make me really like Whitney though, because again, better woman than me. Because if I
Yes.
saw that little comment again, I would have had the graphic over the video with my little caption. Even if it was live, I would have just screen recorded it, clipped my own live, made it a reel.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have literally put a little headline up top.
Yeah.
A beauty filter on me. The comment right here under my face, in the caption. Tagging him. Also, you know what I would also do? I would also go into the video itself and also tag him. Also invite as collaborator. I'm inviting your ass as a freaking collaborator so everyone can see what you're up to. Because if you're going to be about it, if you're going to be about it, then I'm going to invite you to collab. And you better accept the damn collab. Like, that actually pissed me off so bad. And then I would actually tell my publicist, I'd be like, can you actually issue a press release as this is my official statement? You clown punk little rat.
Yes. Oscar
And
needs to
that's
be on next
the
season.
official press release. And I'm going to have it picked up in all the trades. And on top of that, I'm going to have a gorgeous headshot be attached to the press release and an ugly picture of you so they don't even have to do the work. The editors can just literally save it to the desktop, upload it on their little website, type out their articles, publish, and then it's over. And then guess what? Those little Google News alerts, you're going to feel some type of way when you look and ugly and musty and crusty and every little alert that comes up. Ooh.
Get on it. Call him
Damn,
for
you
PR.
really,
Wait,
I did
Oscar's
not
available.
give a damn. I really, like, you know, the soda looked good, like the swig. I was like, pick Navy, that's all I really knew. But damn, I'm like, my blood pressure is like spiking.
I know. Same. And I was invested. And then when they were Airbnb here in LA, everyone was on TikTok was like, is that Shane Dawson's old house? It was like, and it looks just like the one where he used to dance in his kitchen and stuff like that, like that really old one. I was like, is it his house? We need to know. Whitney, let me know. We're oompies. Yes, I would love to know. Oh my god. No, I need to know all of it.
There's so many layers.
I love it. No, you ate. Like, honestly.
Oh, don't piss me off. Yeah. Oh, piss me off.
Same. Though, a month ago, I called the husband, what do they call dad talk is what they call themselves. I said they were all ugly, and everyone came for me, and everyone was just like, oh, that's crazy. Like, don't come for them, whatever. But it's like, no, they're all, some of the comments, they're like, oh, yeah, I guess. They're like, whatever. But they're fine. He's good looking, whatever. And they're like, no, they're all ugly, musty, dusty. Mm-hmm. Connor's getting a little redemption, but only because he's supporting our queen. Other than that, I'm just like, okay. And he does magic. Okay, fine. But everyone else, and Dakota especially, drag him out of that show. I better not see any of them on Dancing with the Stars. The men. The women, fine. We have 3 more Mormon Wives on this season. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Wild.
That took me out. Oh my God.
I made me so mad like all week. I kept asking Moses, I'm like, if you don't see anything about Mormon Wives, like nothing. What do you mean? That's my whole for you page. It made me so sad. I kept sending him stuff. I was like, look at this. But I sent him a lot, so maybe you didn't see them all. You didn't see anything?
Not the Mormon wives.
Okay.
I just see people getting kidnapped by dolphins and stuff like that.
Oh, and the gloves.
Oh, yeah, people love the gloves.
Yeah.
Where are they at today?
Been practicing. They're right here.
Okay. Anything?
moves.
You don't want to show us anything right now?
Oh, well, I gotta put them on. I will.
Well, it only takes. Oh, okay. It's like it's gonna take me a minute.
Gotta warm up, do some stretches.
Do what?
Stretches, you know.
Stretch out some fingers.
Kind of work out the.
Okay.
It's serious business.
I love it. We didn't even have any donuts. I brought St. Patrick's Day plates, but they're all the way up there. We'll get them later. I got donuts. I got little leprechauns.
Patreon.
You're getting them ready. Looks like you're gonna kill somebody. Oh my god, he's like strapping up his gloves. It's like,
No.
okay. The way you were putting them on though, why were you doing it so
How
sinister? You're like,
how else would you put a glove on?
I don't know. The way you're doing it is crazy. That guy does look like JFK Jr., huh? How does he look so much like him?
Paul Anthony Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like identical. He came out of nowhere. He's just like, oh, I just look like this
That
person.
Ryan Murphy will really go to the end
He
of the earth.
does.
Yeah.
To find. I wonder who his next good-looking killer is.
Some
he wasn't a
unknown
killer.
guy from Ohio, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Where's
Ohio?
Paul Anthony Kelly from, actually?
He seems Ohio. Did you do it?
No, I was just
did.
doing some.
Oh, you did? Okay. Shut off the lights so you can see it more.
I was Canadian.
Okay.
Canada's really having its moment.
The hotties. They're all from Canada. They really are. Pamela Anderson's from Canada.
Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Canada.
Bowen Yang.
Bowen Yang's Canadian? Oh, I did not know that.
I think he was born in Australia but raised in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, we love him.
He gives such like, I don't know, in my head, I guess just because I know him as a New Yorker.
Right.
But he does
gives New York. And I think Colorado he lived in. I think he was like Australia, Canada, Colorado.
Okay.
And then went to New York. Yeah. Did you see Nicole Kidman on Las Culturistas?
I have my Looney Tunes characters on today.
Yes. We love Looney Tunes.
We love Looney Tunes.
Yes, there's Coyote.
Yeah, there he is.
Yes.
Now, don't you do... Don't you do Little Quacka?
There's Tweety.
Oh my God. Why was she so kooky? I love it. But
she is so fierce to me.
She's just like, what was the Tweety Bird thing? Was she just like high or what?
She was talking about how much she loves Looney Tunes. And then Matt Rogers like remembered he was wearing a Looney Tunes graphic tee under his sweater. He's like, oh, I have the Looney Tunes right here. And he goes, oh, Tweety Bird. Oh, Tweety Bird. I love
She was on
Tweety
Molly
Bird.
or something.
I think she's just like that.
No.
You just said like everyone has a little mental illness. I think Nicole Kidman, like we think she's on something because she is just so stable.
Right.
And like has such a nice life that like that's what a normal person looks like. But to us that looks crazy.
Right.
Because we are the ones that have neurodivergence, mental illness, this, that, and the third.
Right.
That's kind of the vibe.
She's just living life, and we're all like, something's wrong with her.
Living, and she just seems like very well adjusted and very happy, and she's just found a lovely balance in her life.
I love it. She's AMC queen.
Well, yes.
And I love it. Did she tell the story on Las Culturistas? Is that what she told the story?
Yeah.
Of how that came to be like during like the COVID and they were trying to keep people in the theaters or something like that?
I actually think that one was on one of the late night shows.
Okay.
She's been doing
Love her.
press tour.
How do we get the AMC Devil Wears Prada bucket? I need that purse bucket.
do
Tana's
love
texting me.
the
Moses
purse
texted me.
bucket.
We need
Yes.
it. We need it. I tweeted them. I want to get that. Are we going to get that early? How are we going to get it?
We need the hookup with AMC. Or actually...
AMC.
An employee, if you want to just, sneak a little...
Yeah, give us
just
a
go in the back
DM.
room.
Email one of us.
We'll pay you for the risk.
Yeah,
Yes.
double. I always do double. I'm
Yeah,
like a double.
there you go.
I'll pay you
Yeah.
double. Because I ordered us those purse things you sent me via TikTok, the purse drinks. I got
yes.
that, but I'm like, we can have purse popcorn to go with it.
Yes.
And AMC, you can get the large bag of popcorn from AMC.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know this. Oh my gosh, you could fill up those bags all the time. I'm seated. I don't like Devil Wears Prada, but I am seated for that purse popcorn. It's gonna be everything.
Yeah, they the popcorn buckets haven't gagged me in a moment. Like I can't. think of really the last one. I was like, ooh, that's fierce.
No.
But they did their big one.
Yes,
but yeah,
I need it.
A purse popcorn bucket is fierce as hell.
It's coming at me first.
Yeah, and I know a gay person was in there, like in the design room. I think the gay person designed the Dune one, and I think the gay person designed the Devil Wears Prada one.
Gays around the world.
Yeah, yeah.
They really do. Can I say that? I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh, I love on FLOPCAST too how you're like, Trisha always asks, can I say that? Is that offensive? I kind of do. Hey, I got brand deals. I never got in my 20 years of being an influencer. I am keeping those brand deals,
but
okay?
It's funny though because I even like not on camera, like just us talking like regular life. You always ask that too. Be like, okay, is that the right word? Or like,
yeah. I never want to be offensive anymore because even in my offensive era, I truly wasn't trying to be. Early on, yes. Okay, if you're like in the chicken nugget, not even that one, that was drugs. Okay, if you're in like the dogs have brain era, so I'm back at the beach apartment and I had that low ankle and my boobs were out. Okay, maybe I was trying to be funny, maybe. I don't know if I ever was trying to be offensive. I don't think I was ever trying to offend communities. I'm going to stand by that.
I feel like you were trying to be outrageous.
So like I did one about like men being superior to women. This was like really old, but it was like literally bit for bit an Andy Kaufman like bit. Like it was like word for word an Andy Kaufman joke. So trying to be outrageous and trying to be like wow. And so I wasn't ever trying to be like offensive. Obviously the whole transgender thing, that's a whole different thing because I like definitely wasn't trying to be. But I guess my whole point is sometimes I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know when you're being offensive. Obviously, if you're saying like the N-word or something, like obviously you know what I mean. But like in some cases you don't know. Even now, I just don't want to offend anybody because like I am in that era where I'm like trying not to piss people off. Like I understood how it could have pissed people off in the past, and I'm like I feel bad for it. Like that's annoying, and that's what I carry with me forever. And people will always be like Trisha's a bad person because of like whatever. Not to get into it, but like years ago. And it sucks, but I really just don't want to offend anyone. I don't really like offensive humor either. I don't think. I think I used to. I think I don't like it anymore. Like The Office, you watch it and you're kind of like, I don't know, not that funny. Do you know?
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like I like a reading challenge on Drag Race or like a
So
roast.
different, yeah.
But it has to be like funny and it has to be like well intentioned. Intent goes a long way.
Well intended. Yeah, it's yes. I think who says it, how it's delivered. Yes, drag queens can get away with like everything because they're funny and they're drag and they've gone through adversity. You know, they've done like so much. You know, like you know what I mean. There's different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm allowed to make fat jokes, but even that, I'm like, I don't know if I need to like make fun of anyone for being fat. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're fat. Okay. There's no joke there. There's no punchline. I think I could if I.
I think you don't even do that either. You just make it about yourself too. Like you're more self-deprecating than anything.
And I feel like even back then I was like always like that if I thought I had something. But you know what I mean? I get it. Look, I get it. I offended people and I'm sorry, but trying not to. Trying to only right my wrongs. By being a better person. But sometimes unintentionally I just say offensive things. Like even in real life, like with us, sometimes I'm just like, was that okay to say? But I think I've gotten better.
Yeah, no, I think you're most considerate. Like you tried not to, I don't know. Like you're too anxious to be offensive.
Yeah, I don't want to describe someone as like, oh, the fat girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just like also a constant process of learning things too. Because like I'll use myself for an example. I think I've said this before too, but it was like, I forget. I was like, we can, like at work, I was like, we can powwow about this later. And then someone was like, but like that actually could be offensive because for Native Americans, that has a completely different like cultural meaning. I was like, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So it's just like learning things like
it
that.
Changes. Yeah. I think the word IDIOT too, I think is offensive now too. And I didn't know. And everyone's like, this is why. And you're just like, okay. I think it's good. I don't think everyone's like, or me too woke. I'm like, I don't think anyone's like too woke. I think it's fine to be telling people something's offending you.
Yeah. Again, with how you say it, like the way you can go about educating people. Some people get really intense and like, I think people can tell if someone has a slip up where it's like, you know, not with malice, you know?
Yes.
But people will just be like, so mean about it. It's like, okay, well, you're not helping anybody if you're gonna yell at someone and be mean and nasty. Like if your idea of like trying to teach someone is like moralizing it and then give yourself an excuse to like be mean, nasty, sick and twisted, then like you're not a better person than me. You actually are the worst person because like you're gonna sit here and be like a terrible person on purpose to someone who like was maybe ignorant, didn't know, well-intentioned enough. Like,
right. You want people to like change and grow, and then you're just like, they like, apologize, like, nope, not enough. You still said it, and it's like, well.
And then they go and say a million things, and you're nasty, disgusting, pimple, big. Yeah, they all of a sudden, you're telling me all this. I'm like, okay, you're actually sick and evil and twisted.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a subsection of people who just get really excited to like hate.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Yes. Which I mean, that is the world we live in, but leave the
now the Mormon Wives men, like now we have a reason, because they're just like disgusting.
No, and they like, continue to be, and they keep on social media
not living and learning and loving and unlearning
all the way. It's like you saw you were awful, be like, that was not good. You're right, you caught me. You know what I mean? Like, all the way awful. Leave offensive humor to the Wayans brothers, because I think they could pull it off. I think if Shane Dawson tried to do a scary movie, it wouldn't be the same. Do you know what I mean? Like you see that trailer and you're like, okay, this works. Shane doing it would be crazy.
Yeah. I feel like even me going like this, that was very Shane, actually. I've been very cognizant of my Shane-isms.
Shane-isms. You do have a lot of Shane-isms, but the best ones. You give me the glimmer, the best parts of Shane.
Yeah, you guys, when I was looking at houses, I was like showing them to Trisha. One of them was like, her review of it, or her first initial impressions was, this kind of looks like Shane's first house. And I I was like, okay, cross off the list. Kind of liked it. It was a good price and a good area.
Was good.
I was
good.
Like, okay, it's off the list, mama.
Like the good
I can't
parts
take
of
any
it.
more allegations.
I know. Oh, you're a Cancer.
Yeah,
a Cancer boy. Both July.
Yeah.
We have a Cancer boy. We have July 12th over here. Yeah, I know. Damn. You really are giving. But you are giving HASAN today. And Jacob Lordy. You're giving that. I like this outfit. You look so streamer boy. You look very. I wish you guys could see the full thing. It's like these Vans, the Velcro. Are they Vans?
Yes, they
Love
are
it.
Vans.
Vans are coming out the Hoka sneaker. Did you see that?
Oh wow!
They have a little like wedge in the bottom.
Oh, my Impact, because those are.
You love Vans
I love Vans and
Hoka?
Yeah, those are my two.
Did you tell them to combine one time?
I think maybe they just saw my vlog, or maybe they listened.
Did you say that? Did you say it in a vlog?
Well, I've said in here that my running shoes are Hoka, my lifting shoes.
Wow.
So
They took it from you.
I think so.
Better give some royalties to us.
See, I'll be taking them. I guess, yeah, we can fit a little
Yeah.
Harry Styles one.
Oh.
Because I think you also tweeted about it, right? His SNL, the queer baiting
I
allegations.
did tweet. I got more replies than usual. I got 12 on this one. And I think 6 were divided and 6 were.
Oh,
yeah.
the girls were split.
Yeah, some
I
people
also
were
was kind
like-
of confused, I guess.
Yeah.
Too. Because after being accused of queer baiting for years, he joked about it in his SNL monologue. He said, back then people seemed to pay a lot of attention to the clothes I was wearing, and some people accused me of something called queer baiting. But did it ever occur to you that maybe you don't know everything about me, Dad? And then he ended up kissing, what's his name? Ben Marshall, another SNL cast member, and grabbed his bum.
Who also kissed Josh O'Connor, Ben Marshall.
Did he?
He kissed him on SNL too.
Me as a SNL writer, just like writing ways to like kiss all these famous guys.
That is actually, yeah, you're kind of like, okay,
that
twice?
is very something you would do too back in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. Be like, we're actually got to kiss
You
in
in
this
the
one.
you in the pitch meeting. Okay, you guys. So I have this hilarious idea. So like, what if Jason Momoa makes out with me? What's the joke?
That's it. Yeah,
That's it.
That's so, and it'd be so funny because, you know, like I'm fat and short. It's like so hilarious, you know? That's so funny.
At first, like when I saw I saw the clips or whatever, and like I saw the headline, I was like, oh, like is he finally coming out as bisexual or something? That's kind of what I thought it was gonna be when I first saw like him addressing the queer baiting stuff and kissing a guy. But I think it was just still a continuation of the jokes because the punchline was, now that's queer baiting. Like that was his punchline after he kissed a guy.
Oh, saying, okay, you're right, I was queer baiting this whole time.
I think the joke was like I was just dressing whimsical and, you know, a little androgynous before, like I wasn't actually queer baiting, but now I'm making out with a guy, so now I'm queer baiting. I think that was maybe the punchline. Kind of confusing, I guess, but
I think there's bisexuality there, and I think that's why I was like, is it queer baiting if you're queer? Because he kind of said it, right? He's like, okay, like you guys don't know everything about me. I mean,
that's why I was going back. I was split. I was going back and forth. I was like, wait,
Twitter.
but like,
yeah,
I'm like, okay, but like, so is that you saying that you're queer, or is it you just like making fun of people thinking you're queer?
I don't think he'd make fun of people considering his whole audience is that. I feel like that's like
not making fun of queer people, but like making fun of people who like speculate on his sexuality is what I mean. Like,
I don't know, No, I think it's just he's queer. That's it. We just why are we not accepting it? Like, you know, I was like, but wait a minute. It's like, but he kind of just told us.
I guess,
Yeah.
but like watermelon sugar was about,
I don't know,
munching box.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't taste like watermelon or sugar.
Well, maybe
Where's the sugar
after
coming out?
those, you know, Lemmys.
The Lemmy Purrs.
Yeah.
Sugar. Watermelon sugar sounds more gay, like cocaine.
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, that feels like a thing. Watermelon sugar. I just did a bunch of cocaine off your ass.
Open that.
Didn't know that was happening either.
A munching box. That is not it. That is not the euphemism I would use. Is that the right word? I don't know. You guys just let him be his queer self. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. People are just so. I just, you know. I don't know. I think he's just
We're all
living
a
his
little
best
gay,
life.
as you said.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was a great song. Why is it not on Drag Race? I don't know.
Ooh. I just thought of like what your lip sync song would be when you're a judge at some point.
Which one? I Love You, Jesus?
I think they would use Freaky because that is
Yeah.
such a good like lip sync song actually, but there's many ways they can go with it. They could do a whole lip sync for your life, Lollapalooza, and just have it all be
All
your
the song-
songs, I guess. I do love a Lollapalooza.
I would love a little jukebox, Trish. Just I Love You, Jesus, Freaky.
I love a Lollapalooza.
Me too. Who was it? Benny Blanco this year?
No,
he was Rusical.
Yeah.
I think they've already shot for next year, so I don't think I'm going to be on next year.
Well, they're always shooting some kind of drag race.
That's true.
It's like
I'm available.
Never ending. It's never ending. There's some All Stars, World Challenge, World Tour, Global All Stars,
available.
Canada's Drag Race All Stars, Canada's Drag Race versus the World, Mexico, Thailand, Philippines, Sweden, Brazil. It's never ending.
Love it. I'm coming to all of it. I'll be at all of them.
Drag Race World Tour.
I would love anybody who'll have me. I'll be there. That sounds so fun. I'm sad, but I'm letting it go into the air, into the universe. Rue used my sound, so.
T, maybe Rue will come around.
Would love.
Or just the producers, I guess. Like, come on, World of Wonder, let's get
That's
to
true.
it.
I don't think Rue's that invested
Yeah,
in.
T, I don't think Rue knows until he shows up and sees
It's like,
who
who's
walks
here?
on the catwalk. Got it, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got mine Lopez from Lopez for the second time. Love her, but like she has been on a lot.
I do live for that. We're so excited to have you. Thanks, Mama Rue. This is so fierce. Like, you know, I live.
Yeah, the jokes they come up with for them. Thanks, Rue. You look like a golden statue. It's not just Trish, it's just Rue today. Like the things they come up with so funny. It's hard. I bet they have writers because they come up with good stuff.
Rue has a writer.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I
was
think
wow.
everyone else is kind of left to their own devices.
Really?
Yeah.
They're pretty funny.
I think Rue's like, I don't care about how y'all look, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have them jokes.
Give me the cards.
Yeah.
I do.
I think just that little earpiece or reading little jokes in there, little puns.
Oh, that would be hard with the earpiece. And Cumming, I think, has one too. He always has like listening.
Yeah, and they're feeding you lines into the.
Oh, interesting.
Should we go into our big hot topic?
What's
I'm
the
actually
big
so
one?
excited. I thought this was so funny. Is the Brooke Schofield wedding? Not even just dress, wedding dress / wedding hair.
Talk about getting
controversy.
dragged. The drag of the week goes to Brooke. Damn.
Drag of the week is actually an amazing title to have.
She got dragged. You think, again, we talked about this a little bit before. We get it. She said some controversial stuff. She's apologized. We got it. The dragging she still gets. She does not have a podcast anymore. She is not talking about anybody. She is just
Except
on TikTok.
that one girl In-N-Out who had the
the In-N-Out burger. But even then, it was like just literally could not be more anonymous. You know, laying low, right?
Yeah,
that's a better
she's
one.
Posting her TikTok. Yeah, she's still influencing. You know, she still gets the Wild Fox brand deals and
Yes.
third, but like relatively low profile considering everyone else is, you know, with a
Yes.
microphone,
Right.
on a YouTube channel.
She's not making a 50-part series about a man. She's
PR,
just literally
no press tour.
no
you know.
press tour. She is just living life, secretly getting married, eloping. And just the internet was like, absolutely not. You're ugly. This is the worst thing. Why would you do this? Like, Jesus. The slick back bun and the white two-piece.
It was taking me out because like I was not expecting such like a guttural, visceral reaction.
God.
Again, this is kind of where it's like I think there's people who are actively like horrific and like menaces.
Yes.
Who it's like it's kind of fun to have a free for all because they're just like actively in the presence.
Zach,
yeah. And Jake Paul. You know, there's
Yes.
some where it's like it's kind of fun just to go like and rip the girl apart. You know, this is like also like. The concept of ripping a girl on her wedding day. Also a courthouse wedding at that, mind you.
A courthouse wedding.
Not even like, I guess too, if she was having like $1 million
Right.
extravagant,
Vogue.
wasteful wedding.
Yes.
Fireworks, you know, like the whole 9
People
yards.
magazine is writing about it.
Like Logan Paul destroying his own wedding cake teas. I feel like that,
Yes.
that's kind of like an invitation for spectacle, if you will.
Yes.
This was just like a low-key, I'm going to document my courthouse wedding because I am like an influencer. This is kind of what we do, you know?
Yes.
Crazy.
Also, people who just get married just literally do photos. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people just do photos, post them. It was first on Close Friends. I saw it on Close Friends.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, she's like getting married today. That's kind of crazy. I think I saw Alexis Oakley post like bridal glam or something. And I was like, oh, damn, okay, she's getting married. So then I went to Brooks and then I was like, okay, it's like, because it was like a random Tuesday last week. It was just like,
and
random.
she's talked about wanting to elope for a while.
Yeah,
so
she's not really. She always wanted something small, not really like close with like her family, like this whole thing. So everyone is like, right. So she wore a slick back bun, which she always does. Which I'm like, she looks the same.
Well, I love how it started too. But she posted TikTok. She's like, "Hey, you guys, I'm getting married. Like, is it acceptable if I have like a slick back bun?" And everyone was like letting her have it just for asking the question, just for posing the question, letting her have it. Again, right now I'm taking this. Moments like I'm taking this controversy separately, everything else aside, because everyone loves to bring up the other stuff. I'm like, yes, I get it,
but we talked about it.
Yes,
we've talked about it at length.
It's not like she's not continuing those crazy, insane statements.
And she canceled herself. She took herself off. Canceled. She's like, I'm off. I'm out.
Yeah, so I'm taking this as a separate thing because also, and everyone like I think was it last week talked about it, and it was like, yeah, well, it's not because she's pretty, it's because she said this. Let's face the fact, y'all were hating on her before those tweets too. Like,
yeah.
So like, she was been getting it, you know. So when she asked, should I wear this? Everyone was letting her have it. No, like, you have such beautiful hair. Wear your hair down, have the curls, this, that, and the third. And then she doesn't even have a slick back. She has like a French twist, like kind
It
of
was pretty slick though.
It was like, but it
I
could have
wouldn't
been
have known the French
more,
twist.
It could have been, you know, fiercer. It could have been like truly.
I thought it was like, I didn't know there was a twist.
I guess if you turn around, you see the twist. I guess it depends on how you know.
Yeah,
you
I didn't see the
back
full
of head.
360.
Yeah.
It was a slick back to the gods.
But that's how she feels confident. That's
Yeah.
how she feels pretty. It's her wedding day. It's really just. I mean, yeah, you post it for the internet to see, but like, you know, she's the one that has to live. When y'all move on and don't care, she's the one that has to live with the photos.
Yeah, no, what is crazy to me is she would say it's like her own fans like, love you, girl, but I have to tell you this, like, that was just like the worst outfit I've ever seen. Why would you do that? Like, it does hurt worse when it comes from your own fans. Because I do believe, like, I guess that's why people are like the whole parasocial of it, right? Like, I do believe there are people that like her and follow her and really hated it and wanted to let her know, but it's like, think about this, right? Like, if it was a real life person, like, what do you gain from letting someone know that you hated an outfit they already wore? You know what I mean? Like,
Unlike this momentous day in their life.
Yeah, where it was like, yeah, you don't
It's so crazy.
have to, that doesn't help. That helps nobody at all. If it was before and she's like your close friend, or maybe if it was like you said, I guess she asked. So I guess people were like, what the hell? Like, I guess they felt a little connected. But if it was like a close friend in real life before you got married, like, what do you think of this 2-piece vest? Most of the time, nobody's gonna be like, that's ugly. If you're a friend, be like, if that's what she feels good in or whatever. But like the internet being like, I had to tell you how awful this was, is kind of crazy.
It was nuts. It was such like a fervor. It was literally like everyone was chiming in. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. It was like so unserious to me that's why I kind of laughed, because I'm like, this is like nuts and wild behavior.
Yeah.
Because like she looked fine. It was like a 2-piece outfit again at a Santa Barbara coastal courthouse wedding with just like,
ooh, that's very Travis and Courtney.
yeah, and it was just like
Love
a
that.
cute like 2-piece, and then someone was like, oh, it's off-white. Why the hell would you wear off-white?
Oh my God,
I'm like,
people are
God,
crazy.
have some decorum.
Yeah, she handled it well. I mean, the one thing I will say about Brooke is, Brooke, I love you, but like, oh my God, you don't have to respond, because I think like getting the response is why people do it, because they know
They know you're checking the
gets
DMs.
her. Yeah,
yes.
right.
They know.
The fact that she saw it from just like a random follower, not someone she follows or anything, she's like literally checking through those DMs. People are
Not on
so
Pop
now-
Crave, Poop Crave, Pop Face.
All of them. That's like back in the day when I used to be like, I check Moses' DMs. Then people would start, like back at like the hater area, people would start with me and be like, hey Moses, love seeing you last night. You know what I mean? Like whatever, because they know you. And now people will do it because they'll be like, hey Trish, I know you're reading this. I don't read them anymore, obviously. Like, well, I don't even read my own DMs, but like it once they know, that's when it like they'll keep doing it. But it is up if you're her fan and like, hey girl, I love you so much, but like ugly. It's like, I would block you. I'd be like, you don't love me because what do you mean?
And it's
like,
also not specific to Brooke, because like every influencer, I think Vanilla Mace like did an interview recently.
Yes.
And she talked about it too with like her hair, like when she like bleached her hair. She has obviously very short hair.
Yes.
And she would also repost too, because she calls them out. Like she'll air out the people who are like being nasty and sending her messages about like what they don't like about what she wears or how she wears her hair or whatever. And it's if someone as like adored, you know, like and acclaimed and precious as Vanilla Mace is getting it, then the other girls have no chance.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
I do think it is like, just, I don't know. Again, I think I'm thankful to have reached a certain age. It's like, I can't wait to be like the age of like Bethany Frankel, because nobody bothers her. You know what I mean? I think when you're like older, I'm older, people are like, okay, she's old. She's out of like the rat race. We're not competing with her. We're not looking at, you know, she's just like she's like Meemaw. Then you got like Bethany Frankel and, you know, Meemaw. You know what I mean? Everyone's Meemaw after like 36 years old or something. So I think I love
Especially married babies. Like,
yes, you're out of
the
competition.
race. Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, whatever people think. Not that I ever was. Me just
You're
be
like
I
out
was
to
in-
pasture. Like,
Yes.
just let this old horse eat the hay in the back.
Yes, she's gonna just say what she wants. I think Bethany gets away with a lot of stuff. I think housewives in general, Lisa Rinna, everyone's kind of like, yes, Lisa. Like, I think when you're old, you just like let them just be kooky. You know what I mean? Like, good for them. I think when you're young, you definitely, you know, it's just more people judging you. I think, was it Brianna Chicken Fry? I think recently said something about all the skinny girls on Ozempic. Did you see that headline? It was, she's like, all the skinny girls that are on Ozempic, she's like, you're all gonna die or something like that.
What?
Did you see that? Yeah. And then she was like, no, I was saying it this type of way or something. And I'm like, I think. In a sense, right? In a sense that. No, what I meant was, I was like, no, you're gonna die because like you're not eating enough. You'll be malnourished. It's like so wild. I think it's just like this young, and then people obviously were hating on her, and I think it's just like you're in this like bubble. I do think Brooke has relatively been quiet, I think, unless she's like in drama that I don't know, aside for the burger gate.
Yeah, that's the last I heard, but
on serious, I think. I don't know. It's wild.
It is wild, but you are right. When you know they're going to be jumping you in the messages.
Yeah. Don't look.
Girl, it is really hard to like come for me because I just will not see it. And
No, me
I
neither.
just like, I never, my app mentions never.
No.
You can't even DM me. I don't even see it.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, unless you have the direct line. Actually, even then, a direct line. I haven't checked my email in like 3 weeks. I've been a little overwhelmed. I know it's bad. It's bad. I apologize to anyone who was emailed or reached out with good intent.
Okay.
But yeah,
you check those emails.
Me. I know that is I don't even want to say that because then they're gonna jump me in the emails because they'll know.
Yes. I'll be like, oh, okay, here
we can go there. Right, to let me know that you hate this green top.
That looks good on you though. Green is serving you today. No, that used to happen to me too. I'd have like a public email and people would just like be nasty there. Now I don't have anything public anymore. The Trisha Food for You I haven't checked in a while. I need to check it.
Yeah, I think Pokimane was like, because she has like a manager or she has someone like specifically community management, so she never has to see any hate or whatever. She's like, you guys can try to come for me, drag me, like jump me, but like I will never see it because I pay someone to do that, to go through that for me, so I don't see any of it.
Comments. Yeah. I'm like, everyone loves me. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's just the podcast. He doesn't do it for my other ones. I see comments. I'm like, oh, they're good, and that's it. I never check again. So if there is a hate, I don't.
You gotta just like. I think there is a time and place. Like Vanilla Mace, I feel like clocks people, like very. She picks and chooses the battles.
Yes.
Where I think. Brooke, at this point, girl, you know it's been 2 years.
Yes.
Of the girls on your.
Yeah.
You gotta
just let it be.
Just
be in your peaceful era.
Yeah. Or like not BB, but get an assistant to kind of help you with the community man, and then present you the stuff that is like either nice comments or good constructive feedback. Yeah. And like, not just that.
Yeah. This is, well, if you want to know the truth, this is what people say, and it doesn't have to be the harsh ones that are like, you're ugly or like your bun sucks. She said she loved it, and she should have left it at that. She's like, I thought I looked beautiful. I was like, then that's it. Period. Done. It is wild. I don't know. The internet is.
It is crazy.
I know.
It is really crazy.
Well, hot topics today. They were hot.
We came in hot today. You started off March being like lucky era, no enemies, like love everybody.
No, I have no enemies except for Zach.
I was gonna say
but everyone else, I'm still lucky.
I guess maybe because St. Patrick's Day is like almost at the end, so now
we're at the tail end of it.
You're letting yourself get a little.
I do switch quick. I had green nails and I had to switch to my French manicure because tomorrow we do not love line, and we have a photo shoot for something special coming, and so I was like, okay, let me get those green off. I celebrated up until like last week when we were in Malibu with the green hair. I was like, is it St. Patrick's Day today? And I was like, no, we're just filming early. I'm a content creator. I have to film it early, as I do, Well, happy St. Patrick's Day. Good luck to everyone out there. Good luck to you, Zach. You're going to need it. But good luck to everyone else. I hope everyone has lucky vibes. Even him. Honestly, turn it around. Try coming to WeHo. Might be more your vibe.
Maybe not the Abbey, though.
Zach, yeah, no one deserves to be roofied.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We love everybody. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. We love you. We are just a podcast. Ooh, okay.
Oh, yeah, ending fairy.
Sarang, hey. No, okay.
The gloves are off.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, just literally.
I'm taking the gloves off because we're going to Patreon.
Oh.
And that's where we take the gloves off.
That's true.
Wow. Patreon.com/JustTrish. We'll see you guys over there. Thanks for watching. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy yourself. Bye.